Nothing.
Hello, and welcome to our very latest episode of Night Quest with Doodle and CMoney. I am CMoney, and I am joined by the always lovely Doodle.
What's up, everyone? Happy Tuesday. Thank you so very much for rocking out with us tonight. I love Tuesdays because, there's one rule. No pabbing on
pabbing.
Tuesdays.
Yep. No pabbing.
I'm pretty
So
sure that's a rule like every day.
it should be a general rule, but it's definitely an official rule here on Point.
So
let's get it.
Tuesday is no pab day.
No pab day.
No
Wow.
pab day.
All right.
A lot of pabbing going on Twitter.
Oh,
Tons of pabbing going on.
Tell 'em.
We're definitely going to be talking about it. And you know who we're going to be talking it to? That's right. It's our boy. Motherfucking Fat Room.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
let's go.
Let's get it. How you been, man? Good?
Man, I'm pretty good. Just too many games coming out too fast, and I guess suffering from overload of like finding time to play everything.
You ain't lying. Xbox out here making life difficult for us. You know what I'm saying? Because they keep on giving. And we hate giving. You know what I'm saying? Like we just hate it. That's why Game Pass is the worst. I agree with everybody online. Why does it exist? Who wants to be able to play so many games at any given moment in time? Oh, it's exhausting.
So tiring.
God damn it, Microsoft. Why did you create this shit? It's the worst.
But it's also great because like live service games have been taken over for such a long time. It's been kind of killing the single player game thing, and it's like Game Pass has become the live service to where you always have something different to play. You don't have to like jump into whatever game that you were living in prior.
Oh.
There's all these games that you can jump in and live in at any given time.
Bro, this is the shit that literally we were talking about, for so long here, where it's like Xbox said, okay, we don't want to have to fall in line with every other loser company out there and say, well, I guess my next game has to be always online live service game. If you don't play online and buy battle passes and shit like that, you ain't got no game. It's not gonna be fun for you. They didn't want to fall into that world. So they found a way to keep all of their single player games relevant. And that's by making the platform itself the live service game.
Absolutely.
It's crazy, but they've done it.
They have.
And they've done it. The same feeling I get when I'm in Call of Duty and I see a new dope ass skin, and I'm like, oh my God. Why? I need to get it, right? Yep. It's the same feeling I get every time they drop a new game for free in Game Pass. Like, oh my God, I want to play it, but I want to play this too. What am I supposed to do? Like right now, this is crazy.
Tell them.
You know, what's that? Man would know. What was the two movies that came out on the same day? And it was like this big event.
I don't know.
Barbenheimer.
Oh, Oppenheimer. And Barbie.
Oppenheimer and Barbie, right? Same day. It was the battle. which one, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Well, for us, it's like Oblivion and Expedition 33. Bam, bam, right next to each other. How the fuck? How?
Yeah.
Why?
And today, Towerborn.
Yes, Towerborn. Yes. By the way, oh man.
In 7 days. In a 7-day span, you had 3 games dropped on you. Brand new.
They're wilding.
We didn't even get to start Towerborn. We're gonna hop into it. Shout out to Xbox. Thank you for sending us the Platinum Founder Pack. We will go ahead and jump in, and we will put something together, have a fun time with it. So, but yes, God damn, bro, so many games.
Guys, it's just April. We're in April. And we already felt like it was going to be like, a big deal and a lot going on. And then it feels like just that much more hit, right? Yep. So, because Avowed was such a big deal and it was still kind of like lingering around.
Yes.
So that one was hard to let go of, and South of Midnight was just insane. But we just keep getting slapped up with games.
2 weeks Doom.
Good on Game Pass.
I know. 2 weeks Doom.
Yeah.
Goddamn. And we already learned about June. We have some more games. Also, I mean, it's everywhere, but Frag Punk also just launched. Obviously, free to play, but still, all in the same kind of mix of game. Man, it's fucking crazy, yo.
Yep, Wu-Chang got its summer release date.
Which one?
Wu-Chang.
Oh yeah, that's right. Wu-Chang, July 24th.
Yep.
5 days after my birthday. God damn. So Game Pass, just to be clear, we already know for sure, factually speaking, that April was a certified banger. We know March was a certified banger. We know we had actually
February. That was when Avowed dropped.
Was also a banger.
Yes.
Yep.
And then January ended as a banger with Ninja Gaiden.
Yes.
It's been every month. We already know May. We got banger lined up, guaranteed. We got June lined up with already some day one awesome fucking games going into Game Pass. And July, Wu-Chang already lined up. God damn.
Yeah, I don't know what's coming out in June.
7 months of banger after banger, bro.
During the summer show, I feel like that's when things are really going to go ahead and kick in, and we're going to really find out how the rest of the year may be playing out. Yeah. So this is going to be a crazy one. 2025. It's been epic so far. I think that it's just going to get even crazier. And next year, though, that's what's wild. I feel like 2024 ended on such a high note, and they haven't stopped since. You haven't felt like a loss of momentum or like any place to kind of where they've let anyone breathe, right?
Yeah.
And by anyone, I mean the competition, the players that love to run around acting as if Game Pass doesn't have enough games. It's been crazy. So I feel like the rest of the year, and don't even talk about 2026, is gonna be wild.
Big facts. Listen, before we go too much fucking deeper,
let's go,
because we got topics. All right, we got topics. But before we go too much deeper, you know what the fuck it is, man.
Yes.
We out here with our homies, all of our people live in the building right now. You guys are the shit. Thank you so much.
Thank you
for rocking out with us, man. And of course, we want to shout out our supporters over on Patreon and on YouTube as members. You guys are the shit. Again, such a big support. Always remember that the show is brought to you by you. So we appreciate you guys. But of course, we do want to shout out our elite members. That's right. We got the homie Big Boy Mike, Dark Angelic, Coach Hooded Canuck, Music 72, and Queen Witch.
Let's
go. Of course, we have our inner circle members. That's right. We have the homie Big Migs Gaming and our boy Pragmatic Eagle.
Let's go. Thank you so much.
Now, you know how we do here, guys. We appreciate all the support. You guys are the shit for everything you've done. But of course, being live in the building right now, you guys are fucking supporting us in such a major way, man. And we appreciate each and every one of you guys for rocking out with us, man. So thank you guys. We appreciate y'all. That being said.
Oh, drop the hammer, babe.
You guys are not all equal. Okay. You're not.
Someone to say it.
This is the truth. It's the reality. Understand that not all of you can be the same, because 3 of you have been chosen. You're the chosen ones. You've risen above the rest. You watch the show from above, looking down at everybody else, because you are not on the same level. That's right, because every show, 3 of you are the first ones in the building.
Yes.
That is correct. And we need to know who were the first 3. And I got to tell you, this might be a new
top
sure.
3 as a whole, or like.
Listen, you're the one who remembers stuff.
Right,
okay, I'm fucked.
Let's go.
But I'm pretty sure that number 1 in the building is the first time, for sure, almost guaranteed.
Okay.
It's our motherfucking homie. Relski,
not the first time CMoney.
He was number 1 before.
I think so. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
Don't believe it.
You just told me I'm the one who knows.
Well, I thought so until you said that. But listen, Relski,
make it
tell
make
us
sense.
the truth. Tell us the
Relski,
truth.
tell him.
I think it's this first. Definitely not the first. It's not the
There you
first time
go.
being first.
See, you can't say.
I believed
that.
you 100%, Doodle.
That's
Don't
bull.
put words in my mouth.
That's bull.
I was just joking.
Damn.
Okay? Listen, we've been married a long time. You should know when I'm joking and when I'm not. You know what I'm saying? This is clearly
try to play me.
that I knew you were joking.
Yeah.
So just be clear. Shout out to Ralph, number 1 in the building. My dude, thank you, my brother, for being here, man. Appreciate you, homie. Number 2 in the building.
Yes.
It's our boy Space Shot.
Let's go.
Okay.
Brother, look at that shit. He ain't fucking around. He said, I'm gonna slap these bitches up.
Oh.
And then
damn.
Number 3 in the building. Rounding out that top 3.
Who could it be?
Twinkle, twinkle, motherfuckers. My boy Game Shark in the building.
Shark.
My dude, thank you, homie.
Let's
for being
go.
Here, man. Appreciate you, dog. Thank you so much
for
rocking out with us, man. Appreciate you. I don't know, so you guys can't see this, but we are live on Twitter as well. And we yeah, you didn't know. They ain't fucking around. But our boy, boom.
Yeah. Oh,
says hello, amazing panel and chat. What's up, dude?
What's up? Thank you so much.
What's up, player?
Boom's the best.
That's a good guy. That's the homie.
Listen,
that is the homie.
Shout out to Mr. Boom and Mrs. Boom.
Yes.
The first message on our daughter's birthday, bright and early, was from them to wish her a happy birthday. That was so awesome. Meant so much to us. So shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Boom.
Shout out to the homies.
Yes.
Appreciate you guys. Now, I do see the homies in the building. I see Be Nice in the building. What's up, fam? Thank you for being here. I see Cage of Vampiro Borracho.
Oh, tell me it ain't so. There's no way he's borracho today. It's Tuesday.
Is he ever not borracho? You know what I'm saying? I think that's just part of his charm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he gotta be. It's like Friends. Remember that episode of Friends where drunk Bobby or fun Bobby?
Yes.
Right? And he's always drunk. Right, but they loved him because he was like a fun drunk.
He wasn't,
and then he stopped drinking, and then everybody was like, "Who the fuck is this dude? We don't want him."
Well, listen.
Not that we would do that to you.
Yes, El Vampiro Borracho. Listen, if this were to stop at some point, we're still gonna love you, all right?
Yeah.
That wouldn't change anything.
Clean.
I mean, maybe
we can have fun while we wait.
The dynamic, but nothing else.
Oh my god. I see the homie Power Boss in the building. What's up, man?
Good,
man. Meet the cheetah.
Yes.
What's up, player? Becca in the building. What's going on?
What's up, my
homie?
girl?
Thank you for rocking out. Power Boss with that public service announcement says, if you like this content, don't forget to hit the like button.
Let's go.
Subscribe button. Thank you so much. He also said, don't forget to become a member. It's as low as $5. Appreciate that.
Let's go. Thank you
so much. And of course, says joining the Discord is free.
That's right.
And he puts the link right there. So all you have to do is click it. There's no excuse. We have an awesome Discord.
Yes.
All the homies are there. Be there or be square.
Whoa. I haven't heard that in a while.
You know what I'm saying? That's just the reality.
I love that not only did we get to hear this, right? It's been a minute, but we also got the visual.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, listen,
come on, man.
Not everybody knows
do it all.
What it looks like. I got to provide all types of services here.
All types of entertainment, huh?
Of course. And then for a fact that we have our homie, Michael motherfucking you dropping bars.
Let's go.
Says, hi, guys.
What's up, baby?
Game Pass is one of the most pro-consumer things in the industry, yet it keeps getting hated on and slandered. We rarely see articles praising it. It blows my mind this keeps happening. Michael, you ain't lying, dog. This is facts. And let me tell you the answer real quick, real easy. Ready? They hate us because they ain't us.
There you go.
That's where we are, baby. They mad. They big mad. They're like, I gotta burn this game again. God damn it, motherfucker! I love the fucking Xbox games. I gotta buy them. This is why.
Oh my gosh.
This is dumb.
It's a love-hate relationship.
They see what's coming. It's only a matter of time before the casual audience, decides, hey, I don't even need a console anymore. I can just play on my LG TV.
I mean, let's see. What is Sony or PlayStation producing that has everyone going crazy excited? Clearly Marathon, right? You remember the game that's in testing that started at like 7,000 peak and has like 1,000 people playing now?
How could that happen?
Because normally when you're lucky enough to get chosen, because remember they had to choose these people and they're choosing people, right? Normally, as they choose more people show up. Apparently, word on the street is that ain't nobody want to show up no more. I guess. Where did we see this before? I don't know.
I know.
You pretty girl.
Concord.
Oh, Concord. It's funny because live service games tend to require lots of people.
They tend to.
And it seems like Bungie, who, to be fair, thought Concord was it. They said cancel everything else. Concord's gonna make it though.
That's their Star Wars, babe. You not know?
They're both. Listen, they were both walking towards the same cliff. Concord left, but Bungie was just like, "Oh, that just must be the hill cresting. I can't see Concord no more because the hill crest. They're not dead. Oh, they're cresting." They're getting there. They're starting to see, oh shit, there's not much of a fucking fall. It's not going to be safe out there.
Man.
We're going to see.
So what you're saying is that people were showing up and then they stopped.
That's what it seems.
All right.
Yeah. When you got 1,000 people or less, to me, that's just like you're making the employees beta test the game at that point. Because like you might have like what? 300-400 players, and the other 600 are people that are working inside Sony.
They have like 800 people who work at this place.
Yeah.
Okay? I wouldn't be surprised if they got like 400 of them playing this game.
At least
every night. Like, yo, we can't go under Concord. God damn it, hop on, Billy, get on the game. This is the way. This is what
I 100% believe it. And do you guys remember when Microsoft started acquiring all these studios? The buzzword that was going around was Microsoft mismanagement of everything that they purchased. They mismanage it.
It was the buzzword, absolutely.
When are we gonna start talking about Sony mismanagement?
Bro,
well, listen,
Sony is not even real anymore, dog.
I know.
They don't. PlayStation doesn't exist. They're just a box. It's like when you buy a DVD player, right? And it says Samsung on there, or back in the day when you bought a DVD or a Blu-ray player, whatever it was, right? You didn't say, let me get my Samsung, dog. Put in the Samsung. No, just put in the DVD player. Just put it in there. Just put it in. Nobody cares. That's PlayStation. Nobody cares. They see the name on the box. They're like, oh, this is the brand I know. This is where I'll buy
Xbox games.
That's it.
Yeah.
They're done. That's all they are now. They don't. Nothing makes waves. Ghost of your fucking shuffler. What's the name? Yoplay. Ghost of Yoplay went ahead and released its date. Right? You would think the ponies will be going crazy nonstop. Oh my God! Can you believe it, guys? It's only a few more months. Woo! We can't wait to play this game. Nope. You know what they sweating? The #1 game on the PlayStation Store right now. Oblivion. That's right. It's the #1 game, y'all. They loving it. They still loving it. Expedition coming out. One of the highest rated games out there. Amazing. Day one Game Pass. We live in a good life. Them.
Not so much. Listen, they have to pay a certain price to live that life. Right?
And they also pushed Indiana Jones to #1. Matt Piscatella put that out. So yeah.
Matt Piscatella, what he put out? He put numbers out?
Yeah, apparently, like for the month of April or whatever month they chart, Indiana
Oh, that
Jones is the
motherfucker on
number
Blue
one.
Sky now.
Yeah,
Ain't
he
nobody
on.
got. I can't bookmark that shit easy.
Yeah, somebody posted it. I think Hasador Gaming. He posts a lot of Matt Piscatella stuff.
So just to be clear, they made Indiana Jones number 1.
They
Yeah,
did.
For the PlayStation Store.
Mm-hmm.
I think just for sales in general. I'll look it up.
Just for all stores?
I'll look it up.
God
Matt
damn.
Piscatella.
You know what's so funny? Because you see these PlayStation dudes, right? They fucking hilarious, right? Because they always say, "Oh yeah, you know the PlayStation is the best place for these games. We buy so much, right?" Except if it's a PlayStation game, right? PlayStation game, they don't want to show up, right? They don't want anything to do with it. They're like Wu Chang, you know what I'm saying? Not Wu Chang. What's it? Wu Kong?
No.
Wukong?
Yes.
Yeah. No, we're good. PC, you rock out. We'll stay down here. What was the other one that they fucking that they had a lot of success with? Please, the PC Helldivers 2. Yeah. No, we're good. We won't want to play that. Astrobot.
Stellar Blade. Did they show up?
Stellar? No.
Is it on PC yet? I don't think it's on PC.
No, it's not on PC.
It's not yet, right?
No. That game's just fucked because PlayStation doesn't give shit. Or PlayStation players. But as soon as Xbox releases a banger over there, a game. But by the way, a game that they were talking shit about when it was Xbox only, right? And then it came to PlayStation all of a sudden. Greatest thing since sliced bread, right?
I mean, we knew it was going to change the narrative out there. Having the Xbox games on the PlayStation platform, it was going to change things, not just with the way they see the game, they score the game, just how they show up for it. Like it was just going to change things. The judgment was kind of going to, float away.
Yeah. And CMoney, check your DM. I sent it to you, Matt Piscatella's
let's go.
message.
See. Matty boy. Matty boy. Okay, let me see. It's for the week. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle was the best-selling video game in the U.S. during the week ending April 19th, following its PlayStation 5 launch. It was the first time the title reached number 1 on the weekly charts. Of course, Xbox and PC versions launched last September. Okay, so I'm guessing he means December. The first time it launched in 2020. That's what I said, right? December?
September, I think
you said September, December.
I said September?
Yeah. Look at you, see, trying to mess
you know what I'm saying?
Works. Like what in the F?
Right. December. So it didn't count, obviously. So this year it hasn't been first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, listen, of course, this is the way, right? Again, we can essentially just expect this going forward. They're dry out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like super dry. So motherfuckers are fucking looking so hard for water, and it's like Xbox is the only dude supplying. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is.
I mean, it just exposes, the Xbox tax, right? It just changes everything. So
no, that's true.
Big deal.
It's true. I also see we got the homie Luis Jimenez.
Luis, ¿qué pasa?
Verg Base Brizzle.
Yes.
What's going on, man? Thank you for being here. User for Games. What's going on, fam? Ray Chi. What is up?
Ray Chi was good.
Bro. Appreciate you. Sir Riffs a lot. What is going on, homie? Got the homie, my dude. I didn't even notice it. My man, Starkey Love.
Starkey Love, what's up?
Thank you for being here, man.
Thank you for rocking out.
Thank you for that $10 super chat, man. I will update the banner. It says the haters always talk like Game Pass is free. The devs don't get paid to put their games on the service, and everyone subs for a month only. They fear the takeover, and rightfully so. Starkey, you ain't lying, bro. They are cracked out. This is what they don't understand. The Game Pass itself costs money, right? It's the price to entry. I'm getting into Disneyland. But once I'm in that bitch, everything else all the rides are el gratis.
Available. No lines. You don't have to
Okay?
wait.
You don't have to wait. You just play. So every game in the service is free to us, but we paying the price of admission every single month. And like Game Shark says, this is every month, right? No matter what's going on, we clocking in. Bam, bam, bam. Now, it just so happens that Xbox is dropping everything for us every single month. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. The only thing, Starkey, says they fear the takeover, rightfully so, and that's true. The crazy part is that the takeover has begun. It is happening right now in front of their eyes. And all they're doing to try to cope is they want to make themselves okay with buying Xbox games by saying, well, Xbox is third party now. It's third party. That's why. Except, bitch, they're not the consoles. They're still first party platform holders.
I think, listen, I think when you're not showing up for the platform that, it's whatever games they're providing. So PlayStation, they are dropping games here and there. You're just not embracing them, right? I mean, Astrobot, did they show up
I guess
for that?
that was
yes.
here and then there.
I mean,
gotcha.
yes, but they're still doing I mean, it's like finding a needle in a
haystack.
yes. So, but they're still doing it. And if they were showing up for these games and supporting them, that's a whole different scenario. But they're not, right? I think that actions speak louder than words, and you can go ahead and shout that you love the PlayStation brand all you want and that it's the best, but when all the games you show up for are Xbox games, I think we get the message loud and clear, right? So I mean, there's no denying how much they love the Xbox games that they claim to hate, and they've been claimed to hate for so long, right?
100%. And I mean, that's really the most damning part of it, because again, if they were just chill and just live their best lives and say, oh yeah, we like our game, your games are cool, but we like our games, we're okay not having yours.
I mean, obviously they're spending money on games, right? And I think when they see something like what happened with Concord take place, and they know the amount of money that PlayStation lost and everything that took place there, you would think that if they don't want the brand to kind of dilute and kind of go away, right, they would support it and show up, but they don't. I mean,
instead they try to spend their time coming up with reasons why Xbox putting their games over there is a loss for Xbox and the Xbox fan base, and Xbox doesn't care about the Xbox fan base.
It's a loss for PlayStation.
It's a loss for your beloved PlayStation first party studios. And they say, well, they're going to take that free 30% that they're making on those games, and I swear they're gonna invest it in more games. They're going to, for sure. They're going to, and Daddy's coming back with the milk soon. That motherfucker hasn't been there in years, dog. These PlayStation games, man.
Daddy's coming back
and paying back their debt. All right, that's what they're doing, fam. They ain't here for you.
Oh,
yep.
Oh, it's delusional. It's beautiful.
No shame.
No shame. No shame.
Love to see it though.
Yeah, you do.
Absolutely. I mean, it's so bad. They're running around to everyone saying, "Can we please showcase your game?" Like they're doing Borderlands. Next week they're doing Doom. Like,
yo, they are literally showing anybody's game. Bro, they just had. How are you going? How are you?
Tell them.
As a first party platform with a starving. Well, I guess they're not starving.
No, anymore. They're being fed now.
Damn, maybe they just know, right? They figure,
they're eating
what's
good,
the point?
Baby.
Let me see. Ghost of Yote State of Play or Borderlands 4? Which one are people gonna give a shit about? I guess more people care about Borderlands 4 than your bitch ass Ghost of Yote.
I mean, there's nothing they can say about it, though. It's the truth.
It's
the truth.
yo. It is what it is. Numbers don't lie.
They dictate the narrative, and they've chosen this path.
PlayStation,
so they can't be upset.
PlayStation is being so upfront. Like they told them, like, fam, one game a year, if that. Okay, that's our goal.
And what did they say though? What did they say? That's more than enough.
More than enough.
Plenty.
More than enough.
We good.
The rest of the time, they're like, "Now we're gonna show you other people's shit." That's it.
It's kind of spooky though, the way they did the Ghost thing, because they didn't tell you nothing about the game. They just dropped the pre-orders for it.
Blog post or some shit, I think.
Yeah.
No, it was on Twitter, right? They just kind of
on Twitter. They just dropped it, and then obviously it's on YouTube or whatever. And then they, I guess there was some type of verbiage on it, but I think when you read it, it's like more of the same shit that they already said. So
yeah.
Either way, the reality is that nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares.
And they know it. I think that's the thing. They know it.
I'm not saying it's gonna be a bad game. I'm saying that nobody gives a shit. Right? The few people who do, unfortunately, are not enough. PlayStation told you that you're not enough.
Yes, they
did. Play for you. They
I think the last one sold like around like 5 or 6 million copies, so it didn't sell bad, but it didn't sell great.
I think it did 8 mil. I think it did 8
with PC.
If I'm not mistaken. I think total it's done 8.
Yeah, probably with PC. That's probably with PC.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah,
but the problem is that part 2 is not going to hit that.
No, they know it's going to sell less, right? And why go ahead and spend time when I think the people have spoken. They like games are not made by PlayStation right now. And why would you invest more money, right? And go ahead and start marketing this game when it's not going to make a difference?
I mean, I'm sure they'll start doing it like when it's really close, like they'll try to do like.
But I think that they should be focusing on Ghost of Yotei right now. If they believed in it, right? You would think
Ghost of Yotei is October
2nd,
5th. No,
second, I think. Yeah,
but
typically, that PlayStation blew fucking Borderlands 4 so hard. Right, the what's it, Randy Pitchford? Oh yeah, they gave him grade A. They were like, "Yo, please God, can you move up your game? It comes out September 23rd. That's only a week. Nobody's gonna be done with your game. Nobody's gonna buy our game." So Randy Pitchford says, "Sure." They moved it up 2 weeks. They moved it up 2 weeks to help out Ghost of Yotei, and he was like, "I'll do that. But you're gonna give me a state of play." Deal.
You gotta promote this bitch.
Well, with the April that Xbox has had, imagine what they can do in October if they really want to. Like they could surround Ghost of Yotei with so many games also and just kind of kill that game's success. Or it doesn't even have to be new games. They could just be content updates to the live service stuff.
Right there, fam.
Yeah,
you know they're gonna be looking at that time. So I'm like, that's looking mighty fine. That's looking mighty.
Brandy Young, what's good? Thank you for
if you drop Ninja Gaiden the same day it goes to Yotei, that might be over because Ninja Gaiden is such a bigger IP and it resonates with so many more people than it resonates with the Ghost series.
I feel like you handle that. I feel like it. We'll see.
I think there are plenty of games, Sue, and yes, I agree with you, Faro, but I think they have, I mean, why just one?
That's wild.
Make it hurt.
That's real wild. I see Eli in the building. What's up, man?
Eli was good.
Here, player. Appreciate you, homie. That one guy. What's going on, my homie? Thank you for being here. Dark Angelic in the building.
Dark Angelic, what's up?
Oh shit. He says no fun beating up on the ponies anymore. They got nothing left. The referee should stop the fight.
Damn.
Sometimes you just gotta keep going.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? The bell rings and you just keep rocking them. It's the way. It's the way. It's almost like if you watch the Last of Us show, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Where Abby was just didn't stop.
Oh,
he was clearly gone with the one, right? He didn't even feel it anymore because he was gone. But she just kept going, right? Somebody needs to make it right now. Okay, I need some talented motherfucker in the chat to take Game Pass's face and put it on Abby and take PlayStation's face and put it on Joe. All right. And just bam. You know what I'm saying? It's a non-stop death. That's the way it is. Crazy. A couple years ago, who would have known? You know what I'm saying? Who would have thought?
I mean, we did.
I mean, we knew it was coming, but you didn't see it happen. This is, this is a beautiful thing. I'm very happy with it. Love it. Perfect way. Fossil 924 to building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here, bro. Appreciate you. Nighturnal in the building. What is up, fam? Says good day, gamers. Good day indeed.
What's up, love? Thank you for being here.
I see the homie, our boy. Oh shit.
Oh,
Sir Riffs a lot.
Sir Riffs a lot. What's
that $5
up?
super
Thank
chat.
you. Thank
Says double booked. Biatch, it's a double feature. I mean, it makes sense. Right? Like, as much as it feels like for us, like there's just so many games on top of each other, clearly, there's enough to go around. Like, there's other types of people who only want to play one of those games, right? Like, some people are going to just love Oblivion, stay in Oblivion. They're not really going to care for Expedition. Some people are going to love Expedition, not care for Oblivion. Some people are just going to love Towerborn, right? This is the reality.
And that this is what they needed, right? They needed to get to the point where there was a variety where, you're making it more and more difficult for people to go out there and say, well, for me, there was just like one game this year. So they needed to reach all types of players that are into different types of games. So that's what they needed to do, and it's just they're gonna add on to that. This is just kind of them getting going. This is the new
I get that.
The new Game Pass.
The new Game Pass. I love it. Beautiful. Stone Patrol, what is up, man? Oh shit, you ready for some bars that are gonna hurt?
Oh, let's go.
Obviously we're gonna talk about this a little later, but Stone Patrol, thank you for being here, brother.
Thank you, love.
Says, dude, currently on Twitch, Marathon has only 1.3 thousand people watching. Oblivion, a remaster of a 20-year-old game, has 50,000 viewers.
Woo.
No one gives a shit about Marathon. Yo, I mean,
well,
can you blame
first
them?
of all, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for that info. But yeah,
but like, who the fuck, like, who from the beginning was excited for that? We've been saying the same shit about this game since the first time we saw it. And looky here, seems like it's all coming true.
Who would have thought?
I'm just saying, the moment when you're doing these tests, these little alphas or whatever they're called, right? Remember, this is a closed one, just like Concord had to start off, right? And when you have the access to a closed alpha or beta, whatever they're calling it, and you get chosen,
the honor.
I mean, normally you're like, oh my God, I got chosen, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I get to play before anybody else. And for the situation to be that when people, first of all, and it was growing every day. They were allowing more people in every day. Okay, more people. For you to turn on the servers, peak at nearly 7,000. And then every day after that, more people are coming in, but less people are playing. Bro, listen, we're going to talk about it. I don't want to go too deep, but this is
the reality. This is PlayStation's reality, right? Even if they show up, even if some people show up. And again, you said it, CMoney. Part of it is the excitement of feeling like you were chosen. This is something special. I'm going to be a part of something special. And then people decide, no, thank you. What a slap, bro. Like,
Yeah.
maybe they should have said, we're
For
gonna
sure.
keep it tight, only, 1,000 people get to come in, especially knowing what happened with Concord. Man,
Dude,
way to save face.
like they're literally following in the footsteps, bro.
Yeah,
Like I don't
history
know what they could so
repeating
this is
itself.
what happens, right? And this is the damn it. I don't want to really kind of go into the topic
Okay,
too
all right,
much,
all right.
but I want to say it because I might forget it by the time comes. The shit that happens with gaming right now, okay, is that there's too many games.
Mhm.
No one has time to sit there and play some shit they're not excited for. Okay, it's just a reality. So if you create a name for yourself early on that your shit is whack,
Oh,
even if
yeah.
by the time the game releases it gets better, people already don't care. They already don't care, and they will just go
But that's the
play
problem.
something
People
else.
already didn't care, right? And then they're charging what, $40 for the game, and people are testing it out, and people are walking away pretty much. I mean, this is a disaster.
That's the problem. When you have 7,000, a little less than 7, I'm even giving them credit. Saying 7,000 when they could even
Stop rounding up.
But
Don't.
when you have less than 7,000 people coming to play your game, and then after they touch the controller and play it, they're like, nah, fam, this ain't it.
I'm good.
I'm done. Come on, man. And then you let more people every day. We're gonna talk about it. I don't
Not
want
to mention, this is their time to
there's
play it
official
for
words on it.
free. Like, let me get my fix. It's so good. I'm not gonna buy it, right? But I'm gonna play now. No, next. Damn.
Mhm.
That's real wild.
Mm.
That's big time wild. Dion Landon in the building.
Dion,
What's
what's
up, man? Thank
good?
you for being here, brother. Appreciate
you,
you,
love.
homie. Sin in the building.
What's
up,
up?
man? Jonas, the motherfucking dad.
Jonas.
What is up, player? Did I say whoop whoop kid?
Whoop whoop.
Kid.
Let's
In the
go.
building.
Yes.
What's up, man? Thank you for being here, bro. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Hold on. Oh, Anarchy Threat in the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here, bro. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. G Maybe.
Yo.
What's up,
What's up,
man?
fam?
Thank you for being
How we
here,
doing
man.
today?
James Kofi in the building. What's up, man? Force One. What is up, player? Mr. Xbox Elite. What is up, man? Scorpio in the building.
What's up?
Mr. Xbox Elite. TTS. I hate them all. Pathetic Sony fanboys. Oh shit. Well,
I mean, they earned that, right?
well, they
earned
do
that.
talk a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you ain't wrong.
We have a lot to catch up to. Strongium 90. What's up, man? Thank you for being here, bro. Appreciate you. Says, no one wants to play Marathon. I'm too busy playing Elder Scrolls, and I wouldn't play Marathon even if I didn't have any games to play. That's real wild. Everything's deleted off your console. They're like, here, play Marathon. Like, I'm starting to knit. You know what I'm saying? That's the game he's playing.
I'd rather go play rocks outside. Like, but
Damn,
that's
go
the
play
thing,
rocks.
though.
That's real wild.
Hey, that they predicted their future with that commercial.
They did. Oh my gosh, do you remember that
Yeah,
commercial that was put together? Oh, that was crazy.
It was basically like, don't play games, go outside.
Yo, that was the craziest thing.
That's real wild.
Like, what were they doing?
That's real wild.
Man, that was dope. That was dope in the worst kind of way. Thanks for reminding us.
Absolutely.
Farah.
Abdel in the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here, man.
And the song in it about what was it?
Sometimes I feel like a child. Yeah, I feel like a child or something like that.
That shit, yo. That weird ass shit, yo. Vontae in the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here,
was
man.
good.
Loving Expedition 33. That's the way. Cupid's Victim. What's up, man? Thank you for being here, bro. Appreciate you. Jesse James. What's up, man? Double M. What is going on, player? All right. Brandy Young. Oh, you already said Brandy Young. Game of Dash in Newcastle. What's up, man? Fillmore Pockets. What's up, player?
Yo.
Thank you for being here, man.
Thank you.
All right. Let's I see the homie Hargeet in the
Hargeet,
building.
what's up?
What's up, man? Thank you for being here, bro.
Hargeet,
Joshua Bonocrino. What's up, man? Web Dave in the building. What's going on, man?
Web Dave.
House
What's
of Cards. What's
up?
up, player? Says there's sound feedback
Love
from
Web
Farrell.
Dave.
Check your maybe it's a little high.
House of Cards was good, fam.
House of Cards. What's up, player?
I don't.
Gun Griffin in the building.
Am I good now?
Homie. I mean, it's not fine to me, but
Yeah.
we'll see what they say. Hargi Shani in the building. My dude, thank you my brother, for
Yo.
being here, man. Thank you for that $2 super chat.
Thank
Says, will you can't see it here because we can't see the goddamn emojis, but he put
Ponies.
the pony crying face that we have, that emoji, the ugly
Yes.
crying face. He says, will ponies buy multiple copies of Marathon? That would be hilarious. That'd be
Hey,
hilarious.
Concord physical is actually worth money now that the game is canceled. So it might actually be worthwhile.
You saw that dude who
I
got
have the
it,
face real quick.
put
Hold
it
on.
up in the
Hold
wall.
on.
Go ahead.
Oh.
Man,
No,
it's so accurate.
oh
It's
yeah, I
so
sent you.
accurate.
That's the one.
I sent you someone who made like a little Concord mural.
Yeah, that was you. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I sent you.
Cool.
Let's go.
Hold on.
Yeah, I sent you. I sent
Yep,
the
there
Concord
it is.
mural.
That's real wild. Hold on. Let me see. Let me present this shit.
They like memorialized the game.
Nobody knew that there were people like this out there in the world, but somebody was playing.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Let me add it up here. Bam. Okay. This dude, Ricky Williams, says, I won't pretend like Concord was a bad game. I had a lot of fun playing for the short time it was out and could have seen myself playing for years to come. I would like to thank Frame a Game for helping me capture a moment in time. And there it is.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
I want to know what that little metal bracket at the bottom says. Like, does it have like
Oh my
the
gosh,
birthday
there is
and
like
the end game? Yeah, I want to know if
No.
it has like the birthday.
It says
and
R.I.P. Concord. it's a tombstone. Like it has the date. It has the date.
It's memorial.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Oh,
man, that's glorious. Wow.
That's wild. That's wild.
So if you see in the reflection, he has his Nikes
Yeah.
on display as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I just love the idea of him putting his Nikes and his Concord fucking memorial next to each other. Oh shit. That's big time. Wow. Ricky.
Man. Well, listen. I mean, that's a lot of love for something that didn't last, right?
I mean,
So
12 days.
That's real wild. So a lot of people are saying, what's that noise? So I don't know if that's like right now or is it fixed now? Let us know if it's still happening right this second. But no.
And I don't think back to Hargeet's comment, I don't think that the gallopers are going to go ahead and buy multiple copies of Marathon. I mean, I'm not even sure they're going to show up for it. So we'll see.
It's not looking that way.
It's not. It doesn't seem that way.
Yeah, it doesn't seem that way.
But yeah, definitely not. Not like they may have, maybe they'll have a petition. They had one for Stellar Blade. Remember Free Stellar Blade? These clowns are ridiculous. The material that we get from these clowns is crazy. But they had one for Concord as well that some people were saying they were sick during the time Concord was out to please bring it back. It got a little crazy.
I couldn't make it.
Yeah.
I couldn't make it. I was on vacation. I couldn't play. Can you please bring it back?
They could have still bought the game though. Play later.
Yeah.
I mean, they're full of shit, guys. They're full of shit.
Of course they are.
It's just what it is.
But this is why they don't listen to them. It's why Hiroki's like,
Yeah, he said the fuck I will. I mean, it's what makes sense. Like, don't fucking. They're not gonna listen to these ass bitches. Like,
why would you?
Nothing good comes from it.
Why? They don't do shit. They don't play. They don't buy. They don't do anything. They do. I mean, listen, we know that they buy, but it's just not PlayStation shit that they buy.
I feel like everything they ask PlayStation for, they don't end up purchasing.
It's like they're trying to bury the brand. They're like, shut down all the studios.
Damn.
Like Days Gone dropped this week.
No one's talking about it.
Yep. Days Gone remastered.
Dude, and it's real wild because all they keep doing is proving why Sony is right. Why PlayStation is right to do what they're doing. Get out of the game. You don't belong here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you don't. This world has moved on from you. And yeah, you got keep making the boxes. We want the money because those fools will still buy. You know what I'm saying? They will still buy.
For now, we'll see how long that lasts.
At least in other countries for sure, right? Xbox is not looking to change that, right? So it's gonna stay. It's gonna stay, and that's good. That's a good thing.
I mean, at this point, Xbox is like, we'll fund your box. Just get it out there. You know?
I mean, after Marathon flops, then there's a real discussion that's going to take place over at PlayStation, because that's over $4 billion lost in multiplayer investment, because they paid $3 billion for Bungie, and then Bungie got factions canceled, so all that money's gone. You got Concord, which was like $400 million plus whatever you paid to buy that studio. So you're like in the $5 billion of like money wasted, and all the time that went into those other 10 live service games that got canceled, like the Great Web and Twisted Metal, and some of them that we don't even know about. I think one of the Horizon MMOs got canceled. They're still like, so it's like, where do they go from here?
Who the fuck is making decisions, you guys? Like, shut that down. Yeah. Whatever they say, do the opposite.
And then when that Soros game comes out, I'm not sure if that game's gonna. It looked good to me, but I'm just not sure if there's any support for that studio from a fan, because
I mean,
Returnal only sold like 600,000 copies, and this is the same studio that made that game. So, who's to say that game's gonna do well for them? It's.
I don't think anybody says that. I don't think anybody's thinking that. Look, sadly, the reality is, and look, I know we're talking a lot about game doing well and all this shit, right?
Yeah.
And like, understand, I don't care what any game sells, right? All I care is that the game is fun and that I enjoy it. Agreed. I wish PlayStation could put out a fucking game that will make this PlayStation 5 worth something. Okay, it's not my fault that they don't. Okay, I don't care about sales. But we know who does, right?
It's do.
You stupid ass ponies. You care. So this is why we have our fun and get to mock you, because you care so much. You care so much because that's all you got. All you got are sales figures. But the problem for you is that it's only the console that sells.
Yeah.
And they've hit a new low when they're bragging about how much an Xbox game sells on their platform.
Facts.
That's a new low.
It is. It's glorious. I love it though.
Yep. It's like, how do you come to talk about that? Like, walk me through it, right? There are some things are just so ridiculous and stupid that you just need a moment to kind of sit back and try to understand and like explain to me what makes sense about you going out there and bragging about this shit.
To be clear, it makes sense for me now. Like,
I
want the new numbers.
Yes.
How many more did PlayStation sell? You tell me.
I mean, that's for us.
Yes,
that's more celebrating.
Buy Xbox games so that we can get more into Game Pass. Damn.
Yeah.
Let's keep on selling, homie. Let's keep on selling those consoles. Reports. Report, peasant. Let me know what has been accomplished. Did you sell more consoles this week? No. Then get the fuck out of here until you do. Okay? That's right.
Don't
I'm
sell
waiting for
my
that
shit.
post. I'm waiting. Go ahead, Pony. Brag to me
Man.
again about how
Oh
many
my
more
gosh.
PlayStation consoles are out there that will be buying Forza Horizon 5. Please continue to brag about how many more consoles are there. I'm ready for it.
Oh my god.
Can you imagine if like this summer they reach out to Xbox and say, "Hey, can we do a Forza Horizon bundle? Because we don't have anything this summer." It could happen.
I can see it, bro.
I could
I
too.
can see it.
Oh my god.
It'll be glorious.
Oh,
I would love it.
sin vergüenzas.
100%. It's fucking amazing. It's amazing. I see Queen Witch in the building. What's going on?
Yo, what's
Thank you for
up?
being here.
My
Boomer
girl.
Benz. What's up, man?
What's
Mac
good?
22T8.
Yo, what's up, Mac?
Mont PBM Gaming. What's up, player? Thank you for being here. Cold Shoulda Canuck in the building. What is up, my dude? I see Fillmore Pockets just throwing it out there. 3.6 billion for Bungie.
Just a reminder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Embarrassing.
Jimmy Jim said this was a better buy.
Then they became
buy. God, I love the history of PlayStation now. This is so good.
Oh, Jimmy.
Somebody's gonna write a book about this.
Yeah. Documentary for sure. We need.
Honestly, I do feel like this is gonna be something that's like studied. You know what I'm saying? Like later on, like the rise and fall of PlayStation. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I'm ready for it. I hope they do a movie.
Oh, yes.
And I hope they like choose to like include like PlayStation fanboys of the time. You know
for sure.
But they'll be so old by then that they'll
That's
recast
the movie,
them as some other person.
Woody Harrelson has to play Jim Ryan if they do a movie.
That works. That works. Absolutely.
Can you imagine like the casting for the gala person? They're like, "You want me to say this stupid shit?" What?
Or get Pedro Pascal. He does everything.
Oh, poor Pedro. He got a beating last week. Damn.
That didn't go well for him.
No.
We got the homie, our boy, Sir Riffs a lot in the building.
What's up?
Appreciate you, my brother.
You.
Yo, by the way, goddamn, how I wish we're gonna see an announcement for a new Brutal Legend. His profile picture every time. Goddamn, that's gonna be dope. Jack Black, bring him back. You know what I'm saying? Double fine, make it happen. All right, encasing the Concord disc is like that homie that still can't get over that quickie he got from that girl that ghosted him. She's not coming back, fam. Damn.
That's an A+. Wow. That's an A+ super chat.
That is I wish I Heart Geek, damn it. Where's your fucking achievement?
We need the sound.
Where's the achievement unlocked? That was the money shot right there.
Wow.
God damn it. That was beautiful.
Damn.
Wow.
Man. I mean, he ain't lying, though. He ain't lying.
No, I mean, he ain't lying. That's the truth. Oh, shit. Service Law back with another $2 super chat.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here, brother. It says Jim Ryan will be played by Mr. Bean. Oh, shit. That would be hilarious.
That'll be good.
That'd be real funny.
That'd be good casting.
Cage, goddamn it, with the clapping. Emotional. I have emotional damage, but I don't think it works. Yeah. I don't think nobody. Did you guys hear that?
Did you guys hear that?
No. I don't think so. Don't work. I don't know how to do it. All right. Let's get rocking. Okay. Let's start the show proper. Let's make it fucking happen. All right. Let me get my chapter. Okay. All right. Now. Got the time. Ooh, pretty time. Beautiful. Here. All right. Okay, so chapter 1.
Let's go.
You see the title. That's right, guys. Game Pass is cannibalizing sales. God damn it, Microsoft. You're ruining everything for everybody. Okay, what game can succeed? What game?
I
If you're
mean,
just putting Game Pass out everywhere, putting these games in Game Pass, games go into Game Pass to die. No success comes from it. No success comes from it. Except, I don't know, maybe we just had this amazing little doozy here called Claire Obscure Expedition 33, who announced that only 3 days after launch, 3 whole days, basically faster than any PlayStation game in recent history.
damn. Reminder.
After 3 days after launch, 1 million copies sold. They say thank you for believing in Claire Obscure Expedition 33. And then, of course, you know, the PlayStation haters came out of the woodworks being like, hey, that shit ain't 1 million copies sold. You were in Game Pass. We know you didn't sell that many copies. Game Pass cannibalizes sales. Didn't you hear? Didn't you hear? So they responded. That's right here. Let's see. This number includes units shipped to retailers and does not encompass our awesome Game Pass players. Is not including the Game Pass players. But how can that be? How can that be if it's sold better than what's that?
Marathon never will.
Oh, well, the Marathon, damn, for sure. Absolutely.
The Concord.
But it sold better than Astrobot.
Astrobot in the first 3 days?
In the first 3 days, for sure, 100%. And this game is sold out everywhere, by the way, physically. So not only are they at 1 million, we don't know whether they're going to announce that they pass Astrobot in like by the end of the week. So 1 million copies sold. And when you think about the fact that there's probably millions of people who played it on Game Pass, and you still have 1 million copies sold, that's fucking, first of all, kudos to them. But the narrative that Xbox Game Pass cannibalizes sales, I think we're done with it. Yes?
I mean, we should be.
I think we're done with it. I don't know what other way we can, sign language this shit to these people.
They're not done with it. But just as Hargeet says, expose.
It is exposed. Oh, you got the song for us in words. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Hargeet.
Appreciate it. Yes,
I mean,
Hargeet, you ain't lying. It is exposed.
Yeah.
It is exposed, and it's all full of shit. But again, they run with these narratives to what? Self-soothe. They want to feel better about themselves. So they feel like Game Pass is a detriment. Because why? They don't have it. They hate us because they ain't us. So they mad. They big mad that Game Pass is not only the deal of a lifetime for gamers on Xbox and PC and TV and Amazon Fire Sticks and mobile. Goddamn, everything except for PlayStation and Nintendo Switch. Wow, sucks to be them. Jeez.
Oh my God.
They hate the fact that it's not only an amazing deal for all those people, but it's an amazing deal for the dev. The dev gets paid to go into Game Pass, and they get all of that viral marketing to have that just spread their names.
It's not like they're saying, hey, if you take the Game Pass bag, you can't put it on other platforms. They just, if they want something in Game Pass, here, take the bag and go do you. Go make your money, So I think the problem also lies in the fact that as they pay for these games, it's a reminder that these games are in Game Pass, right? That we don't have to pay for them. That has to just hurt a little more.
100%. 100%. I mean, we get to have it free of charge, right? It's just part, and when I say free of charge, obviously I'm talking about in our subscription that we pay. And
I mean, they make it sound like we don't even pay for a subscription. Like Game Pass is free. That's how they make it sound out there,
That's the way they
right?
make it sound.
I mean,
For sure.
so you're not wrong for saying it's El Gratis. It's El Gratis in comparison to what the fuck they have to do to get, their hands on one of these games. So yeah, but
It's also the highest rated game of 2025.
it's not, oh my gosh. It's not a PlayStation game, and it's the highest rating game.
Yeah. Nice little game made by indie, teaming up with Xbox to
Stunning game,
put it into
amazing
Game Pass.
story.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's, again, that's to show you that if PlayStation can just figure it out, they too can make great games, right?
I mean, figuring out is
that's the problem,
the hard
right?
part for them.
They think that they have to spend all this money and, have all these resources to go ahead and produce something that people will actually want to buy. But I mean, we're in the contrary, we're seeing that you can go ahead with the right passion and the right team, go ahead and make a game that people will show up for if it has creativity and is innovative, right?
Agreed.
You can't knock it if it's special. And I don't mean PlayStation special.
Oh shit. Damn.
Not that kind. Like the good,
I can't even do my voice now.
No, not right now.
Now you done fucking got me cornered. You do. But real quick, this is not like Claire came out and basically through that there, right, brought up the fact that this doesn't include their amazing Game Pass players, right? And then it urged another Game Pass winner to come out and speak on it. And that was our homies over at Power World.
Yes.
That's right. Bucky went ahead and said Expedition 33 is the latest game to get unwillingly dragged through gaming Twitter as people debate the viability of Game Pass. I feel like I've just a little more knowledge on the topic than most. So I'll just say yes. Yes, it is very worth having your game on Game Pass.
Let's go. I love when people take a stand, right? Because people love to talk a lot of crap about things that they don't know anything about, right? And try to drag things through the mud. And the reality is, when you are out here, and like you mentioned before, Expedition 33 made by an indie studio, yes, you want that bag up front. You want the support up front. You want the marketing from, Game Pass and the players in there. And then you also have the people have the option to go and show up on other platforms. That's a dream. I mean, we saw how well received Power World was, right? And to see a stunning game like Expedition 33 get the same, kind of welcome, right? By the gamers, that's a big deal. And well deserved, by the way.
Agreed. 100%. I mean, it's great when you have these people come out and slap up the narrative. You know what I'm saying? With actual factual information.
Yes.
Bucky continued. I speak from the point of view of an indie, by the way. I have no experience working in the AAA space, so I'm not sure what sort of deals are cooked up there, but we have shipped 2 games on Game Pass, and we're very happy with both. So all I can say is I'm happy with the experience I had. Again, just kind of doubling it down. And then, of course, because he's happy with Game Pass, he writes this another banger tweet, but 20 plus notifications of people arguing every few minutes is so silly. So he muted it because, of course, these losers are going to come in here, and I'm not even going to go through all the shit, but
No,
they're going to come in here and be pissy, right?
of
Because
course.
he's destroying the pony narrative, right? That these devs are captive. They're getting dragged. Oh shit, I don't want to go into Game Pass, right? They're forced. Phil pulls up. Okay,
Get in the trunk, bitch.
get in. Get in. You know what I'm saying? Like this, like, come on, man.
Oh my
Come
God.
on. Let's keep it real.
I mean, I think that they're just projecting, right? We see the way that PlayStation does things. We'll help you finish your game, but it has to be just on our platform. Like, we know that, and they didn't call it out then, right? So to them, it must be the same way everywhere else. It's not. It's not.
Agreed. Farrell, what do you feel about this Game Pass is cannibalizing sales and nothing can succeed because of Game Pass. Game Pass is the worst. Yeah, Expedition 33 came out here, slap people up. Bucky from Power Road came, slap people up. I'm just trying to figure it out.
I mean, we have a lot of anecdotal evidence that, that for bigger games, it still doesn't quite cannibalize sales. Like the game still, if they're good games, they still tend to sell well. Starfield sold well. Call of Duty sold well. We've seen games that look like they were DOA kind of going the way of a Marathon or Concord. Outriders got put in the Game Pass, and it quite literally saved that game.
Agreed.
So while what you lose in sales, 'cause I'm sure there is some sales loss when it comes to being in Game Pass. I'm sure there is some, but
But you know what's the thing, Farrell, real quick? No sale is guaranteed.
no, it's
Facts.
Right?
not.
So,
It's
as
not.
much as maybe the idea of losing sales is also like if it didn't sell well, if it wouldn't have sold well, you still have that bag.
Yeah,
And, you know,
yeah. Like what you lose in sales, you gain in marketing, and it's not the fake marketing that you put on the TV screen and people don't give it any mind. It's grassroots, word of mouth, genuine. I played the game, and this is my experience with it. Marketing, which tends to do a lot better than print or commercial advertising. So what they lose in sales, they gain elsewhere, and they're also taking a upfront bag from Microsoft in some capacity. And some of these, like Microsoft, they cover the development costs of some of these games with how much money they give them to be in Game Pass in some cases. So, like in the case of Expedition 33, they got about 30 devs plus administrative staff. They may have covered half of Expedition 33's development budget, maybe more, and they get to put that game out the door, not necessarily concerned with you know the sales of the game so much. I mean, the game is selling incredibly well. I just saw
Yeah.
that it sold out for PlayStation on physical copies, and they had to apologize and say, "Hey, we're working on getting more physical copies out there. We didn't anticipate the game selling this well." So, are sales really cannibalized, especially a game like Expedition 33? If it showed up on a PlayStation stage on a state of play, does it have this level of success? We don't. No, we haven't seen that recently. We haven't seen a game show up on a state of play
Actually,
from a
everything
smaller
PlayStation has
studio.
touched has died, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We haven't quite seen that, but we do see the impact that Game Pass has from a grassroots marketing level, and the fact that these developers get the upfront cost. So whatever they lose in sales, they gain something on the back end beyond that, where it is tangible and worth it for them. So I don't see it as a net loss, which is what they're trying to portray, that these companies are taking a net loss to put it in Game Pass. They're not. Like these
No,
these companies
they're
are
getting paid
winning.
to put it in.
Yeah.
They're getting paid to put it in.
I mean,
They're prostitutes.
That
That
that, that
sounds
needs to be
naughty.
clipped. That needs to be
Um,
clipped.
and again, they are celebrating. So I don't understand when the developers are out here celebrating and exciting. What are you pissed about? What are you
Yeah,
upset about? It's not like they're letting people go or shutting down the studio, right?
yeah, for
Mhm.
sure.
On the contrary, from what normally takes place if you take a bag from PlayStation, there are side effects to
There are.
to that deal.
They are. They need to, when you're signing a deal with PlayStation, there should be some dude at the end, like when you're about to sign, who sits there and just lists all the bad shit that's gonna
Like
happen
the
to you.
the medicine,
Yeah, like
the
when you buy
commercials for
medicine,
yes, for
Yeah.
medicine.
PlayStation dude is sitting there like, listen, yo, we're gonna put you into PlayStation Plus. You're gonna do amazing. It's gonna be great. You're gonna do awesome. Side effects means you might lose everything and you have to fire everybody. But
Hey,
listen, it might be good.
Square Enix, they lost half their company. They lost
They
half
did.
their company dealing with PlayStation. Like they lost the whole Western division of Square Enix. Like
They did.
messing around with
Absolutely,
them.
they
And
did.
then now they're stuck in like these 360 deals where they want to put all their games everywhere now, and PlayStation's like, nope, we got paperwork saying that you can't. So I
Oh,
mean, you can also go to a game that didn't necessarily suffer, but Resident Evil Village. They can't take a Game Pass bag, because of the contract they signed with PlayStation for the marketing deal. Like I can't make more money because
That's why people ain't signing those deals no more.
yeah, like
Those deals are gone, bro. As they watched all their homies get shot down in these streets
yeah.
from dealing with
Seriously
PlayStation,
though,
they're like, nah,
seriously,
yeah,
because
dog.
PlayStation wants to take ownership, right? Now,
yeah,
whatever you make, I get a cut off, right? So this
yeah.
is where it
But it makes
stays.
sense, bro. They're fucking like grasping for their lives out here, trying to stay relevant outside of the box, right?
Yeah.
So they want to make sure people still show up and buy stuff here, and that's why they do it. They're trying
Yeah, it just
everything they can.
exposes the condition that they're in, though, right? Because Phil doesn't feel a need to go ahead and I mean, for from his words, right? They make games that are just they know that they're not necessarily going to be the best-selling games, but they are passion projects, right?
Yes.
So when
Yes.
you have someone so devoted to the industry and in games in that way, you're not going to go ahead and withhold a game from players to go ahead and have what a studio shut down, developers not be able to make it, right? Having to let people go for what? So that you can make a couple of pennies because now you feel that that game belongs to you because you gave them something up front. I mean,
Yeah.
make it make sense.
Callisto Protocol. They aligned with
Mm.
Sony and they don't exist
Took
anymore
out
It
as a
was a
studio.
great game too.
Yeah.
It was a
At
really
night
good
night.
game.
When I'm telling you, bro, if you look at all the body bags and you track the history, they linked up with PlayStation at some point or another.
Yeah.
That's the road to death.
Freaking cemetery over there.
It's what it is. You know
Yeah.
why? Because Sony don't pay. They ain't got no money. They don't got no money. They pay with promise. They pay with promise. They don't got the money to pay these people, right? They give them a little money. They say, hey, dog, man, listen, I got this, but don't worry. There's
It's like
75 million consoles. 75
they
million consoles. They're going to buy your game, man. You'll be exclusive. They're going to care. I promise they're going to care. At what point do they smarten the fuck up and realize, well, they didn't care about Astrobot?
That's what was crazy to see from an outside. I guess they had a way, it was to lure them in, I guess. I don't know what was lacking. Maybe I mean, when you're down and you really need the help, it seemed like to not make sense. Like if you bet on yourself for this long, continue on that path, right?
yeah.
Like you just have a little more to go.
Well, it's because they're desperate, right? They're desperate and they're hoping, right? And I mean, you see it happen and you see the results, right? You see
Yeah.
people take these bags and look at that tales of the Zuzu,
Yes.
the
Zeus or something
whatever,
like
you
I
know
don't
what
know.
I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
I
It's a
know which game it
platformer.
is. Yes.
Zao.
Zao. Yes.
Zao. Yep.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
the
They
EA, the
did
EA
what?
game.
Yeah, they took the bag from
PlayStation.
PlayStation, put the game day one, PlayStation Plus, and what do we find out afterwards? They
Mhm.
had to let go a shit ton of people. This is what
Yeah.
happens. So what happens. You take the bag. This is what happens. The homie RC Polygon in the
RC, what's
building.
good?
My dude, thank you,
Thank
my brother, for
you.
being
Thank you
here,
for
man.
rocking out,
Appreciate you,
love.
homie. Thank you for being a member for 3 months, man. Appreciate you, fam. He
Thank
sends in a
you.
member chat and says, I know I'm fully huffing copium and hopium. I know I sound crazy, but it would be so great to see Xbox announce their buyout of Take-Two on
Woo!
the Xbox showcase.
That would be insane.
That
RC.
would be a fucking crazy. And then drop the next trailer for Grand Theft Auto. And
Oh
then
my
day
gosh.
one in Game Pass.
That would be
Yo,
crazy.
yo, the world
Yeah.
would end. There will be an explosion of some sort that just takes everything out.
I'd have to add Christopher Drink for like a week.
He's still a thing?
Yeah, he was just saying how he just did a tweet about how GTA 6 wouldn't make sense for Game Pass. So if that purchase happened, you know.
Just like Call of Duty wouldn't make sense for Game Pass.
Nothing makes sense for Game Pass, according to all these clowns out there. Nothing makes sense.
Nothing at all. They are jacked, and that's just that's the truth. Ray Chi says, I can't find a physical copy anywhere in Canada. Xbox copies are all sold out.
Woo.
Yeah, this is a sellout across the board. So as far as like looking at the success metrics, again, look, a good game is a good game, right? That's great. But how many good
Agreed.
games come out that don't get bought?
A
Right?
lot.
A lot, right? So unlike PlayStation, where being exclusive to PlayStation doesn't lead to shit, when you take these deals on Xbox, because you're not exclusive, but you still get the amplification of Game Pass, where you got all the Xbox people are fucking amped because they don't have to think about what your game's worth, right? Because it's on Game Pass. So they just go ahead and they put these games, like the game comes out, we could just download it, right? We hit install and we're good to go. So you have all the hypeness there. And then, of course, you got what? The FOMO from the ponies who are sitting there saying, you guys, I can play it too. Okay? I can play it. I can fine. Get the credit card. 70. Thank you.
But even when it's not in Game Pass, like Xbox has done such a great job of developing a relationship with its consumers that when they show us good games, we trust that they're good and we're willing to purchase them. Like the Hypercharge game, the little indie game, it never made it to Game Pass.
Oh, that game was good.
Yeah, it never made it to Game Pass. And it had massive success relative to it being an indie. I think it sold like over like what 70, 80,000, like close to 100,000 copies on Xbox in like a relatively short period of time, and they were so grateful that it had the success that it had.
They're going to PlayStation and they start getting hate.
Yeah,
poor guy. He's all emotional and shit, and then that'd be what it be. You know, they'll learn.
Yeah.
They'll learn to see what those people are. Because if they were exclusive over there, if they came out first over there.
Oh yeah,
they wouldn't even be here, bro.
No,
they wouldn't even be here, bro.
Yeah,
they wouldn't even be here, dude. It's crazy, but it's the reality.
It's true
because we actually have a relationship with Xbox as far as we're able to trust the products that they are pushing to us. That hey, this is good. Whether it be a vampire, you can go indie to AAA. If they show a game, we can trust that it meets a certain standard that we are looking for as an Xbox gamer. For the most part.
Yeah.
We got the homie Michael Yu in the building.
Michael.
Some breaking news.
Ooh.
Says Sony's upcoming first-party game, Lost Soul Aside, has been delayed 3 months. It was set to release on 5/29, but is now releasing 8/29.
Ugh.
And I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can see it says out of fear of doom. Got it. Man. Woo! That's
But that's releasing in an even worse window because you're releasing that's the heavy hitter season.
Well, August, there's nothing technically
as of right now.
as of right this moment confirmed. Right? Wu-Chang is in July.
Well,
So
Madden drops in August.
And it is the number one pre-ordered game on PlayStation right now. So that's gonna be a rough one for them.
Yeah, August is Madden, and then 2K comes out around like Madden and 2K come out August, September. Like the middle of August is Madden. The beginning of September is NBA 2K. So,
and if you want to know what the biggest pre-order game that's not Madden, it's Doom.
Yeah,
right there. So, yeah, it's who knows, man. Nobody's gonna care. Who cares? Think about what they said when I told you Lost Soul aside, right? When I said those words, how much of your ears went, oh my god, Lost Soul aside? No, nobody cares. Nobody cares. It's another one of those games. It's just all the same shit.
It's one of those Black Myth games.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. PlayStation is such a like derivative company where it's just the same shit over and over again. You go ahead, it was the Sad Dad walking simulator, right? That was their money bag. And then it dried up. Nobody wants it no more, right? So all of a sudden they go and now they think the hottest of the hotness is based off of what? Elden Ring. Elden Ring? Souls-like? Let's do those.
Yeah.
They buy the bag for Wukong. They have the way of the.
Oh, you talking about you talking about that samurai game?
Yeah, that shit that they first showed it was like super blocking and it looked so cool, but then they took it out and just made it regular.
The name of it.
Nobody can think of the name, Pharaoh. Think about that.
Yeah,
what do these games? The games mean nothing.
Lost Soul Aside is a China Hero Project game, so
it comes out. Other ones.
It comes out like it's from that same group of people or same group of developers that made Black Myth Wukong. Not saying it's the exact same developer, but it's like that same cool.
It's the project.
Phantom Blade. Yeah.
See, Phantom. Nobody even knows. You can't see them.
The thing is that the first trailer looked amazing, and then they showed real gameplay, and
then it went straight and became what? It became every other game. The first trailer made it look like they like cracked the code and found some magic way of developing these games that looked amazing and felt like it was going to be something that you never experienced before. And then they dropped the real trailer and it's like, oh, it's just another one of those. Got it. Great. Exciting. Woo. Can't wait to go to sleep immediately. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm good. And listen, and obviously if you're a fan of those types of games, then you're golden, right? Because PlayStation is just that's all they got. That's all they got for you. And bad online games that nobody cares
I mean,
about.
it's a one-trick pony, right? They find the one thing and they just keep on doing it over and over again until it's just worn out. And it's just gotten to the point that by the time they're ready to release these games, nobody wants them anymore.
Yeah, they've lost all their creativity. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're fad chasing. And by the time games take so long to make, like fad chasing was okay back in the PS3, Xbox 360 era. It took 2-3 years to make a game. But now it takes 5, 6, 7 years to make a game. So by the time you release it, it's a whole new fad.
They're done that.
If you're not making waves and you're chasing them, you're gonna have a tough time in the gaming industry right now.
Agreed. I mean, it's easy to move on now, right? There's so much that if you don't have a way to stand out and do something special, you're just gonna be left behind. No one's gonna show up for it. In the crucial situation that they're in where they need that money, they need players to pay up, even if it's not something that should be paid for. I mean, this is the problem that they're having, and this is why they're stuck in the situation that they're in.
Yep. And you know that that game that they have coming out, Intergalactic or whatever?
Yes.
Oh, I know.
I think that game is destined to flop, and I think it's going to be Last of Us fault because because they've peddled Last of Us so much that you're going to get so used to Neil Druckmann's tropes that as soon as you play the game, you're just going to see, oh, it's just a Neil Druckmann thing. You're not getting a breath from like his style of storytelling. Yeah, you're not getting any type of break. So I think it's going to be.
If you listen to that fucking interview that he did, he couldn't take Elden Ring's junk out of his mouth enough. And he's so fucking like, that's their inspiration now. That's the shit that got me fucking pissed. Cause it's like, like, I don't understand. Listen, I'm not saying that companies need to just make the same type of games, right? I'm not saying that. We've seen plenty of times where companies go off and can successfully convert to doing something else. But it doesn't mean that you have to leave behind, what you were known for, especially if you're not making games on a consistent basis.
That's the problem.
Right? Like if you got a 3-year rotation and it's like, hey, I made this type of game. I know you guys love it, but we're going to take a chance on this other thing, but we'll be back. Fine. But when you're taking 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, when the fuck did The Last of Us 2 come out?
I think 2018, 2019?
No, 2020.
Oh, 2020. Yeah, 2020 sounds right. 2020 sounds right.
So 2020.
Still a long time ago.
So it's gonna be 6+ years because I don't think it's coming out next year.
Yeah.
But if it does come out next year, it'll be 6 years. But it'll be 6+ years that they've been working on a game. Obviously, we know Factions got canceled.
Factions too, which should have released.
But we also know that they said that they were working on this game since like 2020 or some bullshit like that. And that means even if I was excited for another game of their type, that I make it clear here. I know people don't like Last of Us. I love The Last of Us.
Stunning game. It's stunning. Ahead of its time, and it's like it didn't need all the remasters that they continue to go ahead and put out there to try to. It has not been long enough, right? You look at a game like Oblivion and what they've been able to give you, and it's like that's excitement, that's hype, right? Well, what people are looking for from Naughty Dog is another Naughty Dog game, right? Something that you're like, oh my gosh, look at what inspired them, what did they do? But when you're bringing something to the table and they're taking from everything else out there, you're like, okay, well, what happened to Naughty Dog, right?
I mean,
what happened to you? Because let's not let's not forget Akira was also an inspiration to Intergalactic, and I believe Cowboy Bebop as well. Like it was, so it's like you're taking from everywhere, but what are you bringing to the table?
Elden Ring, Cowboy Bebop, Akira, and Elden Ring. Great, that's what everybody was asking for.
I can definitely see Akira in the art style, like the clothing and all that. I can see Akira in that for sure.
Yeah, and then they did like the trailer was like a beat for beat almost of a Cowboy Bebop thing. So, look, it is what it is when it comes to them. But the point is like they're not hitting anymore. They don't have excitement. Nobody's excited for what they got going on. Where this industry right now is fucked up, right? Like I don't have it as a top. Oh, actually, I do have it as a topic. I forgot. So we'll talk a little later about EA, right? EA is going ahead and they did cancel some stuff. They fired some people, right? Things are real rough right now. And by the way, I know who we're going to blame for what took place with EA. So we're going to talk about that also. But point is that the industry's rough right now. And the fact that PlayStation, even in the bad situation that the industry's in, even in the bad situation that they are in, are still pushing this idea of, hey, we need this shit. If you're going to put your game over here, we'll give you a little bit of money, but it's ours. Don't put it anywhere. You just got to deal with the 75. Listen, if your game's not good, they're not going to buy it. But if it's great, they'll all buy it. Like, that's the bullshit pitch they want to give. When you have Xbox on the other side of the fence say, hey, listen, put your game in here. We're going to give you some money. But it's Game Pass, which means you can still sell it. Xbox players are still going to buy it. PlayStation players are still going to buy it. PC players are still going to buy it. When the Switch 2 comes out, Switch 2 players are still going to buy it. Right? Xbox is giving these developers freedom to still survive.
It's like watching good and evil take place side by side,
it's
and you're
crazy,
like,
but it's true.
it really is though. It's crazy.
Xbox creates a environment where everyone wins, where PlayStation creates an environment where they're going to win, and if you win also, they're happy for you. Good for you. You won too.
But you see, it plays out just like in real life, right?
Yeah.
It's like there's so much malicious intent there that they destroy themselves. And that's
Yeah.
exactly what's happening to PlayStation. They're so caught up in what they're going to gain, and they don't care who they step on and what they do. And they ended up they're destroying themselves.
Like the whole crossplay thing. I don't know if people remember, but they wanted to charge developers for lost sales if they opened up crossplay.
That's crazy.
So it's like, like things like that. Like they're gonna make sure that they win no matter what. And if you win in the process, they're happy for you. Let's do business again. Type thing. Like they leverage their brand power, but they don't actually do much to help
I
developers
think
and
if
publishers
you
outside
win
of that.
in the process, it's because of them.
Well, that's what
That's
they
how
like.
they feel.
That's how. That's what they would like to think. Yes. So, but they don't even give you a good stage anymore to showcase your titles. Nobody has liked the state of play in so long. Even when they have good games on the stage, no one's impressed because no first party is there to go along with it. So like we don't care how good the third party looks because there's no first party there.
Dude, how are you gonna have a PlayStation state of play in the game that you're focusing on is not a PlayStation exclusive? What that tells me is that you have no interest in your PlayStation exclusives.
Yeah, like even Marathon wasn't worth the state of play to them. They did a
That's what I'm
separate
saying.
type
Like,
thing.
you could have done that instead. You could have done Ghost of Yote instead. But all you did was say, hey, third-party game that doesn't need PlayStation's Dev Direct or I'm sorry, state of play. Fucking Borderlands doesn't need PlayStation's fucking state of play.
Yeah,
They could have just dropped the video.
Neither does Doom. Doom's getting one.
Dude, they look, I mean, that's what the crazy shit is.
Yeah.
PlayStation is saying they're rather invest where they know they're going to make money.
Well, I mean,
so they
they're
rather
finally
amplify the shit they
listening,
know is going to sell.
right? They're finally listening to their audience. This is what they're going to show up for. They have a higher chance with these games than their own.
Yeah.
And with the listen, the level of quality of the games that we're getting this year, it's insane. And if you're going to showcase something that's going to be on your platform, I mean, good on them for understanding that their games aren't it. That is not what they should be highlighting and showcasing for their box. I think this is about the box.
Yeah.
And what you could play that will look better than whatever they have to give you.
You know, the crazy shit is that, I don't think anybody wants bad games, right? I think everybody would love for games to be made and have them be dope. And they would love to be able to be like, man, Xbox first party makes bangers, Nintendo first party makes bangers, PlayStation first party makes bangers. That is what we would like to have happen, right? The problem is PlayStation seemingly has given up on pushing that quality bar. You know what I'm saying? Like they are like everything we've seen from them is just not really there. And I don't know, man. I feel like what you said before, Farrell, at a time where 100% we didn't know which way it was going to go. We knew that was the feeling of it, but now that
Mhm.
we're in 2025, the idea of them being, and I use this all the time, Farrell, because I feel like it's just so like it was just on point. The fact of Sony being similar to a Valve is just what it is at this point. It's
Yeah.
just Steam. It's just a store. The Steam store, the PlayStation store. That's all it is. It's just the PlayStation store. They got a whole bunch of boxes out there. People buy games on the store. They don't buy PlayStation games on the store. That's the only difference. Valve, at least their audience wants Valve's games.
Yeah.
PlayStation, not so much, right? But they're a store, right? And they'll release a game every once in a while. And again, the difference is Valve release something, it's going to change the world for a little while. Fucking PlayStation release something, nobody even cares anymore. It's
Yeah.
crazy how they're similar but so different,
Yeah.
right?
How the mighty have fallen.
I
Facts.
would assume that after Soros, the Fair game comes out and Marathon comes out. If all three of those games flop, I would assume that at that point they'll start spinning off studios. I don't think they'll close any more studios. I think they'll start trying to sell them, like similar to Tango.
I mean, it's possible. It's possible. I mean, I think you'll get a mix. I think you'll get some of them close, like the ones that nobody cares about, like Ben Studio. They're
Hmm.
probably not long for this life. Um, what's the other one? The one that made that fucking stupid Little Big Planet. Little Big Planet is not the stupid one. The one they made after Dreams,
Uh,
Yeah.
Dreams.
oh, Media Molecule.
Little
Yeah.
Big Planet
Mirror
was good.
Molecule.
It's so
Yeah.
creative.
Which one?
Little Big Planet.
The first
The
few, yeah,
first
back in
one, the
PlayStation
first
3
two.
times, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
After
was,
that,
and
it
then
went
they
to shit.
kind of got a
Yeah,
little
they lost it.
out there.
Then they started focusing on Sackboy, like anybody gave
Mhm.
a shit, right?
They should have just I don't know how they find a way to mess up what they have going on that's good. It's frustrating. It's almost like intentional. Um, but yeah, that was they had a nice variety of games and they shut that down as well. I would love for and Neil is getting his fix from the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would love to see, you know, Naughty Dog, some of their studios kind of really just show up with what they can do. Because I feel like it's getting they're kind of like wasting their last years of wanting to do this and kind of watching them go by um in a place where they can't necessarily be inspired or express what they can do.
Yeah.
It's
I
sad,
don't think
really.
the developers, I feel like the developers at Sony have made a lot of really good creative games, but I think Sony themselves or PlayStation themselves has just done such a horrible job of marketing them and pushing them to an audience and actually building a relationship with their consumer base that they've been forced to like make cookie cutter games now, and where they're all kind of starting to get kind of samey or they're trend
Yeah.
chasing. So they're either really samey or they're starting to trend chase. But I still think that they have people there who are creative, but I don't think Sony is comfortable investing in creativity at the moment. They want,
I mean, they're unfortunately they're not the place for creatives.
yeah,
Creatives need to be able to take risk.
yeah,
They're not allowed to take risk over there.
yeah.
Everything they think, like I remember what was that shit we were talking about the last show we did where that other the Concord developer said that
Oh
he's so
gosh.
proud of them for taking a risk and making an extraction. What the fuck, bro? The
Yeah.
fuck out of here. They already have Destiny. What they're just making some other shit. There's not a risk in the sense of what they chose to do. It was a risk in the sense that they suck ass now.
Yeah.
We know they fired all the creative people that ever did anything that was good at that company. That is where there is a fucking difference. That's where there's a risk. They don't have that shit no more. Sony thinks this is a slam dunk. They're
Yeah.
seeing the numbers. They're having deja vu of Concord, but like, no, hold strong. This is just a blip. They're all on vacation.
That game
Okay?
needs
They're
a
all on
year,
vacation.
a whole nother year before they even think about releasing it. If
That
they,
game needs a whole nother generation, bro. Get that shit the fuck out of here. Okay. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. You need a single play. Go delete all your extraction shit. Find a way to make it an exciting single player game and release that. Maybe co-op.
yeah,
Max.
Let's bring Coach Hooded Canuck in real quick. What's up, fam jam?
Coach in the building.
Coach says Sony doesn't like creative ideas. They steal from everyone else, rename it or reboot it as their own.
Facts.
There we hold on real quick.
Got the next
Oh,
one?
I
Right there.
moved it. Can you?
Microsoft, Xbox are the only ones letting developers take those risks. Pentiment was a risk. Redfall was a risk. Hi-Fi Rush was a risk. Michael U. Hobson, South of Midnight was a risk. Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
M-rated platformer, you don't really see those.
No.
Oh.
No. And I mean, to Xbox's credit, they hired or they purchased amazingly talented teams. And in doing so, they went ahead, gave those teams creative freedom, gave those teams financial freedom, not like, hey, go spend $1 billion, but hey, for a team your size, you can have a good enough budget to make this happen.
Yeah.
And these teams have delivered. Again, since Redfall, which even Redfall I enjoyed, but that was kind of like the catalyst for all this, right?
Yeah.
Redfall was the absolute moment that everything changed as far as what Phil was willing to accept, right?
Yeah.
So not that he's now all of a sudden saying fuck these people. He's saying no. If you need the time, take the time.
Yeah.
Figure this shit out. Do it right. Right? We're not rushing these people. That's why they want more and more, because if they have more and more, no more need to rush. Right?
Yeah.
If you're a studio and you can't make a phenomenal game with no hard deadline and no absolutely hard budget line, not that they don't have budgets, but of course, if you need it, Xbox can provide. If you have all of that available to you and you still can't release a banger, then I'm sorry,
Pack up.
man. Get the fuck
Yeah.
out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Seriously.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out. Like, close them down or sell them. Because
Yeah.
if you can't do your best work at the best of times, like where you have the freedom,
Yep. Full creative freedom.
what is your purpose? You know what I'm saying?
True.
Now, the teams over there, I mean, they seem to have some time, but it just seems like whatever the fuck ideas they have are the problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's been 6 years for Naughty Dog, and their idea was to steal ideas and go ahead and fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, when you're
repeat
at the
shit.
point that Naughty Dog is doing this as well, and I mean, Shuhei did
Damn.
say
That's
he
pretty damning.
right, that puts everything into perspective.
It
But
does.
Shuhei did say you can pitch your ideas, right? If it aligns with what they're looking for, then it's a go. And that's
Yeah.
why they were making the same type of games, and look at them all getting canceled. Again,
Facts.
he said it, you can show up. But unless you found a way to make it what they're looking for, it's not going to get approved.
Days Gone, prime example. It was a game. It was probably like their best-selling brand new IP in like recent memory, and they said, "Oh no sequel," because we didn't like how it reviewed.
Well, you
So,
can see obviously they're giving it a second chance, right?
Second wind.
Yeah, they're saying, hey, let's remaster it. by literally releasing the identical game with no changes whatsoever. But
Yeah.
it's a remaster, guys. And I mean, honestly, have people been talking about it?
No.
Have you heard people excited? Be like, I can't believe I'm getting back into Deacon's boots. You know what I'm saying? Like, has that been the scuttlebutt? You know, on these
No.
streets? I don't
Too,
think
too,
so.
too many games released in its launch week for anybody to really care.
Agreed.
You had like what indie released for PlayStation, indie released,
And Horizon.
Yeah, Horizon released today, right? Did it release today for
The
PlayStation?
29th. Yeah.
Yeah, so it released today for PlayStation.
But it was early access 3
Yeah.
days early. So
And didn't
or 5 days early.
one of the developers say that, you know, we have a story, like if they wanted to make another Days Gone, like
He
well,
has
the chat.
it's like a trilogy that he already has like
yeah,
Yeah,
so it's
planned
like
so
out.
if you want to do something with Days Gone, like go ahead and start working on the next game.
well, no, it's
And,
not.
and
No, he doesn't work there anymore.
no, I know that. I know that. But figure it out. What I'm saying is, instead of, if you think that this is something that may do well, like people don't want the same
You mean
damn old
PlayStation
thing
should have? If
over
there's
and
already a
over again.
fucking
Yes,
game that's ready to
PlayStation, go
go,
ahead,
why not do it? They pitched
reach
it. They got
out,
shut
make
down.
it happen, and then go ahead and right before, you know, once you're hyping people up for the upcoming game, go ahead and remaster the first game and, you know, make it hand in hand so that they can elevate each other. There's such a lack of understanding when it comes to this stuff, and it's a company that it just, you can see how many people have left that built PlayStation, right, and put it where it is, where it was, right, because right now the people in there making the decisions, and they're just not it.
No, they're not. And you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. That being said, I think our conversation has cleared up the idea that Game Pass cannibalizes anything outside of Pony's hearts and attention. You know what I'm saying? Like it takes over them for sure in every way, shape, or form. They think about it, they
This,
dream about it.
what I would say is that even if it did, who gives a shit? That's the
It's also
competition.
not your problem,
It's
right?
not. It's not. It's really not. For those who are signed up for Game Pass, for those who will be signed up, who want to be a part of it, great. It's not their problem that you want to go out there and pay full price. If you are not making a game that is catching our attention and it makes us want to take out our wallet and buy the damn game, because we're not against that. Just put something on the table that is worth picking up.
Yeah.
So either show up with something great, but don't find somebody to blame because no one's buying your crappy ass game. This is the competition. Everyone has an option. So whatever Game Pass is doing that may or may not affect other developers, freaking, that's not Xbox's problem.
100%.
The idea that they're not gatekeeping Game Pass and saying just all of our games are going in there, right? They're still handing out bags, right? I mean, take your win. But coming out here and having a problem with something that you cannot stop, it's not going to change anything. Kick and scream and blame and point fingers all you freaking want. Don't enjoy it. No problem. Wait until it gets more expensive, right? Keep paying full price for the games that Xbox has in freaking Game Pass that you just can't control yourself and you have to go ahead and pay full price for. That's your problem. But I mean, again, it's not going to change what is taking place.
100%.
Yep.
Bars. I see the homie, motherfucking Sir X-Men in the building.
Sir X-Men, what's up?
Brother, how you doing, man?
Thank you for being here.
So it's just got the $70 version of the Avatar game for $25.
Woo, let's
Thanks,
go.
Xbox.
Enjoy.
Beautiful thing, man. Enjoy, brother. Enjoy. All right. I am Farrell. I am hearing a little more feedback coming from your thing. I don't know why.
I don't know either. It's like
I don't know.
it's quiet as a mouse down here.
Yeah, it's wild. I don't know what it is.
Maybe is it the volume?
I don't know, but it's. I mean, right now I don't hear it, so maybe you moved in. It's better. We do have the homie RC Polygons in the
Mercy, it
building,
was
man. Thank you, my
good.
brother, for being here, man. Thank you for the $5
Thank
super chat.
you. Thank
Says,
you,
I
love.
would not mind if Xbox spends the money to grab Insomniac and Sucker Punch. Have Insomniac go work on Sunset Overdrive 2, prototype for Sucker Punch.
Well, prototype's already being worked on, apparently. So
Is it?
that's what
Is
they've
that
been
rumored?
saying. Yeah, it's rumored that in development. I don't know what team is doing it, but apparently, you know,
That'd be dope. That'd be real dope. Sucker Punch makes the Ghost games now, right? So
yeah, they made Ghost. Yeah,
who knows what? Because Sucker Punch also made Infamous, right? Is that what it was? They
I
used
think
to make
so.
Infamous.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So that's probably what RC is alluding to, is that prototype similar type game.
Same
Yeah.
That
vibe.
might be good
Yeah.
at it, but who knows what that team is now? You know what I'm saying?
I think that's the problem. I mean, who's like the problem is who's left. Like even with Insomniac, right? We know that they look up to um blanking out. Hellblade 2, name of this
Ninja Theory.
Ninja Theory, right? And they're hoping to maybe, I mean, the time has come and gone, I believe.
Hoping to one day reach that status.
They're looking to reach that status. And I don't think they can. And Hiroki said it. They don't know how to manage money. They don't understand money, right? So if it's taking them the amount of money that it's taking them with games that are still buggy and, not to the level where they should be, especially again with the amount of money that supposedly is going into these games. I mean, it puts into question how great are they? So
I don't know about Microsoft buying any Sony studios at this point. I don't know if they want that culture in
Bro,
their
the studios
build.
are trash now, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's like saying they should go buy BioWare. No, man. Ship sailed. We're done. We've moved past it. Just like we're moving past this topic.
let's go.
All right. I have my chapter right here, and I am ready to go. We're going to hit the next topic. And the next topic is super simple, guys. No one wants to play Marathon. Nadie. Paul Tassi from Forbes, a Destiny lover, Bungie fan, wrote an article that says the marathon should be delayed in the wake of its closed alpha. Let's go ahead and let's get a little read on. All right, bro. Come on. No thanks. Okay. Boom. Here we go. What the bro, these ads are wild. Look at you only. All right, there we go. Jesus. All right. So the title, Marathon should be delayed in the wake of its closed alpha. Says Marathon is now on its 6th day of its closed alpha. The test featuring tens of thousands of players, with many more than that still waiting to be let in. But even as new codes have been issued, and more are coming today, over this incredibly short period of time, interest has dropped dramatically. Now less than 25% of what it was on launch day. God damn. More people came in. Less than the first day are actually playing, by only about 25, less than 25% of those people. God damn. The numbers falling each consecutive day, even over the weekend, when those figures would normally surge. That's what everybody was saying. Wait till the weekend, guys.
Yeah,
Just
I mean, they say that every time.
Always wait till the weekend, guys. The numbers falling. All right, sorry, that may change with more codes issued today, but again, we already had one wave of that, and it didn't change the trajectory. This, plus experiencing the game myself for close to 20 hours now, comes to one conclusion: Marathon is not ready for release in just
Ooh.
5 months. It needs way more time to cook, as they say. All right. Now, I'm going to stop you right there.
Please.
You're about to say, well, this is an alpha. Don't you know what an alpha is? But the expectations I'm seeing from this group are too high. People are mixing up what being an alpha is compared to a preview alpha. I'm even hearing people citing that GTA 6 leaks as some sort of evidence that gamers don't understand development. Generally, that is true. But if you think this current closed alpha is comparable to leaked years old footage of an in development game, that is not what this is. Bungie has already told us what's coming. Visual polish, sandbox balancing, new gear, 2 new heroes, 1 new map. If you think there's some secret 50% of the game that Bungie isn't talking about that's coming for launch, I have some bad news. It's 4 months until the beta, which will serve as essentially a fully developed ad for launch. This is not enough time to see the kind of changes that will dramatically increase interest. And I'm telling you, based on what I'm seeing from those who have been let into the game, interest needs to be dramatically increased. Okay. He's gonna start going into how to fix this shit. That's way too much energy for me. But I will just click on, I'll just say the highlights. Over here, he says, I don't think Marathon should be released until 2026, and it may even need something as significant as a 4 to 6 month delay past the September target. This would be a way to potentially address significant issues with the game, including but not limited to picking a lane is the type of shooter that they don't understand. Nobody cares about this one. Solo players are not happy with the game. This fourth map, nobody cares about the fourth map because nobody likes the first 3. And price, it's not fucking free. So you're asking for money for some shit that is just not looking good. So he says, for months now, I've heard about the push and pull of Bungie wanting more time for development, a 2026 launch, and Sony effectively demanding a 2025 launch. That's great, Sony, but read the room. The publisher is on exceptionally thin ice when it comes to its live service ambitions with big canceled games and the most spectacular launch failure of all time in Concord. Marathon needs to be given every possible chance to succeed, and making Bungie crunch to fix things and throwing it into the wolves as a fall release, one that's literally on the same day as Borderlands 4, mind you. Don't worry, it moved up.
I know.
Hold
You said it.
No,
I
said it was for fucking for Ghost of Yote. That's October 2nd, but it's for
Marathon.
Yo, they had double duty. They had double duty, bro. Holy shit. Wow. And they're glazing Borderlands 4 with the state of play.
It lines up.
It says none of this guarantees success. A 6-month delay, a year delay. You are still fundamentally trying to convince both casual and hardcore players to play this kind of extraction shooter, and that's not changing. But the game will be in much worse position if it's forced out 5 months from now instead of taking a lot of time to absorb alpha and beta feedback and address larger, obvious issues. It would be nice if this was one of these launch wasn't good, but it got really good with more time before launch happens instead of waiting for that inevitable reaction. I don't have a great feeling about any of this, honestly. But I do not think this game is in position to have a strong launch in September, alpha or not. That's pretty damning from the Bungie guy, from the Destiny guy.
That is.
Right?
Yeah.
But real quick, before I get you guys' take on this, I just want to make a comment on the idea of Sony, right? Effectively demanding 2025 release. Okay, guys. I think what people are not seeing here and understanding is that as great as it is to say just give them more time, unless they're going to make a different game,
I know,
with that more time, there's no difference between now and next year.
That's the thing.
The game itself doo-doo, is boring. The visuals are trash. The maps look ass. Who the fuck wants to play this game? Okay, now you guys can react to
I mean,
everything
come
else.
on, you took the words right out of my freaking mouth. I don't care if it releases in 2025 or 2026. The game is going to be ass anyways. Like, what is going to change within that year that it's going to be substantial enough to go ahead and make this game pop? Nothing. Nothing. The game is doomed.
I would
It
agree.
is. It just is. There's nothing that they're going to be able to salvage. It's just they're just going to waste more money and more time. And honestly, this is right now, as bad as it looks, is the best time for it to release, because next year, man, the level is just going to be that much higher. The tolerance for this type of game to come out here and be entitled and thinking that people will be paying money for, paying $40 for it, it's crazy. I tell you right now, if it was foam stars all over again and this game was free, no one would show up for it.
Bro, it's free
And
right now.
it's happening right now with the alpha, right? They have the thing going on. People show up initially, and then where they at? Where they at? I'm gonna tell you right now, they didn't freaking all fall off the face of the freaking earth.
Yeah.
They're still alive. They're still going. They're still doing something else. They just don't want to play your crappy ass game. And that's the reality. As much as it may hurt. Yeah, this game is it's not going to make a difference whether it releases tomorrow, if it releases in September, or next freaking year. It's going to be received the same damn way.
Yeah.
And honestly, seeing the characters, sorry, Farah, real quick,
No,
the
you're good.
characters, you see it, and it makes you long for freaking Concord. It does. And I thought
Concord
that
looked
those
better.
characters were
It did look better.
uninspiring.
It did look better. That's a goddamn
And you
shame.
see these, and they're like, oh, you're like, oh my gosh, the Concord characters were full of life and joy and hope and excitement, right? You feel like there's just that much more lacking. And in no way am I saying that Concord should be around or that Concord was good. I'm comparing shit to shit, to worse shit. This ain't it. In the second picture in there, when you scroll down, like, I feel like we've seen better in Roblox. And CMoney, you're not in there right now. If you go, it's like, what am I looking at? What is this?
What is that?
Right?
dog?
What is this?
Come on, man.
Tell me you have
Come
not
on,
turned
man.
on Roblox. You'll
Come
find
on.
something better in there.
Don't tell me, Power Boss.
Come on, man.
Come on, dog. He said, to be fair, the graphics themselves are pretty good. Bro, fam.
Come on. Are we
Bro,
looking at the same thing?
The trees look horrible. The tires look horrible. If they are tires, I don't.
Come on, man. These are pictures. These are not pictures that are meant to slander the game. These are pictures.
No, these are pictures that they chose. Yep. You know what I see? It looks like if you take out, the weapon, it's like you're looking at school, right? Like a preschool. This is a circle. That's a triangle. Sorry. That's what I'm seeing.
Say that. I would say, let my kid drew me a picture.
Exactly. Thank you. My first marathon. There you go. Rename it.
My first marathon.
My first Gran Turismo, my first marathon. It does not look very like, I like the color aesthetic that they tried to do something different there, but the graphics themselves are just horrible. This does not look like something that you want to spend a long time playing. Like, you would be more forgiving if this was like a AA indie, $15-$20 game. You'd be a lot more forgiving of something like that. But this is rough.
I mean, I think we've hit a time where it's not forgiven anymore. I mean, look at some of the indie games that are released, and you're like, okay, well, the level of quality, it's increasing, and you can't show up with this. I'm telling you, like, I think of like a preschool picture there. Like, I think of like, oh man, honestly, I've seen better things in games that, you know, they haven't spent this type of money on. Sorry, I keep going back and forth because I'm trying to see the picture. I got
On your
kicked out
phone
again.
to
Yes, I
zoom
keep
it
getting
in.
kicked out,
I
you
would
guys,
I
today.
for this game to have any chance, I do think it would need to be delayed, but also I think you might need an early access. Like,
Dude, no, yo,
I
I
mean,
don't know how.
I don't
There's
think it has a
no
chance, but
saving
it's
this.
like,
There's already other games that are already out that people love. They're not nobody. People think that these fucking gamers are here to fucking figure out how to help Bungie be successful. Nobody gives a fuck about Bungie wanting to make a game in the fucking extraction shooter genre. They don't care. They already have the game they like playing.
yeah, I
Think
agree.
about every shooter that comes out that's hoping that Call of Duty players will one day say, fuck Call of Duty. I'm gonna go play this shit instead. Bro, how many have to come out? How many people said they were Halo killers?
I know. That's
People
crazy.
they're not invested in the success of the developer. They're
Mhm.
there for their fun.
Yeah,
They're not
for sure.
interested in helping
And
you
and
make a game that might one day be equal to the game they already love.
And to be clear, they
Why would they do
shouldn't
that?
be invested in that. If you can wow the players on your own, like, I mean, what are we talking about here? It's not their job to hold your hand through this process.
Yeah, I agree. And
No.
I seeing this, I feel so bad for the people who have been playing this for like because they've had like people in the community playing this game for months prior to this alpha coming out. And I'm like,
Yep.
you were playing it when it looked worse.
That's
Well,
that's
you know
the
what it
thing,
is?
though.
They got sold the idea that, oh, you guys are seeing it so early, so everything's gonna look much better. And
Yeah.
you know, most of them took the bag and got flown out. Excuse me. Where so they were, felt inclined to be nice.
But
Apparently.
this is, again, I love that you guys bring this up. This is with work and changes, right? This is hearing back.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean,
Remember,
so if this is still
bro.
bad, what do you think is going? Where are they going to go with more time to hear back?
Exactly.
Like,
Hey,
we're
bro,
looking at
dude,
fundamental issues here.
baby, we talked about this back last year.
Yep.
When I told you guys that Hidden Xperia, the guy who has a YouTube channel who's like a big Halo dude, he's also a big Bungie dude. He went over there and he said that a bunch of those type of people were out there playing the game. This is bro, we're in April.
Yeah, because you had brought up, how come no one's actually
Exactly.
talking
Yeah, I was like,
about it?
oh,
Like,
it's
what's
been
happening?
weeks. Why
That
isn't it happening?
you actually said there must have been so much bad feedback that they don't want anyone talking about it, and they're kind of pulling back for now.
And they just did it again.
Yep.
Because they took all that feedback and they said, okay, we're gonna make the changes, guys. And then they had them go back. And still
Not
this
good
is
enough.
what it is. Bro, they're just not that good, bro.
They're not. They're not. And listen, say it with your chest, I would say. There's no shame.
Oh, but I just saw Razor Ultron. Thank you for your message. I'll read it. But it also led. I was gonna say something, and then we went off to the other side. But when I said like there's already games that are established, right?
Yeah.
That people love already, but there's already other games coming out that are in the extraction shooter genre that more people already fucking pumped for. Razor Ultron says, look at the comments from people that got to play the beta of Arc Raiders, another extraction shooter coming out this year compared to Marathon. Let me guess, they thought it was good. Remake Station says Arc Raiders getting a lot of love. What the fuck? What the fuck?
At some point, you got to say it's not them, it's me. right?
Yeah.
Some point that has to just
Bungie
click.
thinks they're the big bad. They
Mhm.
think we're Bungie. We're gonna come out here and everybody's just gonna bow the fuck down because we made Halo and we made Destiny. Except none of those motherfuckers are there anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Only the low-level grunt workers that worked on some of those games might be around. You know, the guy that they made walking a corner for 5 hours to see if the game broke, right? That
Yeah.
type of dude. They might be there. But as far as the situation that they have right now with who's left at Destiny, I mean, at Bungie, come on, man.
Shout out to Navy. Navy Shadow says, can't wait for Xbox to get blamed on Sony shutting down Bungie.
Mm,
I mean,
mm.
I
it's the
mean,
Series S's fault.
What did I tell you
it,
guys about Bungie? What did I say before? Said that everything right now is hinging on Marathon. They're letting them finish it. That's why they
Mhm.
said no, bitch. 2025. We already spent the money.
Yep.
We're not going to keep paying you. Oh, okay. You want more time? No problem. We're going to stop paying you until the game releases. Do you still want more time? Or are you going to fucking be on time like we said? Because we're not paying you anymore. You're wasting.
Yeah.
I know what you're doing. They want it to last as long as possible to collect the paycheck for as long as possible. Because once this shit comes out and it fucking flops, you think fucking Sony is going to be like, yeah, there's hope here. I mean, we have 3,000 people worldwide playing this game, but we'll give you another 6 months, a year to figure it out. I mean, we were demanding it release in 2025 because we're planning to give you so much time to work on it after. Think about it, bro. If they're not willing to go ahead and pay you motherfuckers till 2026 to work on this game, what makes you think that if this game doesn't hit, that they're going to keep paying you?
yeah.
Now, maybe Bungie doesn't get shut down right away. Maybe just this team gets shut down and they take some of the Destiny people and have them work on it and just keep Destiny going. I mean, Destiny's still going. I don't know where it sits in rankings and shit, and whether it's not rankings, but like
Yeah.
like, do they have tens of thousands of players still? I don't know. I would imagine Destiny is kind of like a mainstay for a good amount of people. But I mean, the reality is, if that shit doesn't hit and it's not popping and it's not fucking on everybody's tongue, because I got to tell you, it's not going to be good enough to get a good review. It's
No.
not going to be good enough to have some people who are
It's not
playing
going to
who
be
are
good enough
excited.
to review.
It needs to be crazy good. It needs to be so good that everybody wants to play it. That they're talking about that like they're talking about fucking, the best of the best out there. Like Expedition 33 level of hype right now is what they need to have. They need to have everybody clawing to play that game, because if not, I don't think it's going to I don't think they're going to have much life left. I think Sony's going to put the Glock to the head and say night night.
Another one bites the dust.
And would I say I would be shocked? No.
No.
Is it deserved?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Come on, man. This is not how you show up.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Power Boss, thank you for saying that. I don't know about the dude, but I have seen this sense of, oh wait, well, is this the time? No, we're gonna talk about that next. Power Boss, remember what you said. When we start talking about the next thing, bring that back. But well, actually, it's technically Borderlands, what he's talking about. There's another thing too. All right, we'll talk about this one real quick. Power Boss says breaking. Chris Dirtbag, I don't know who that is, thinks Borderlands 4 moved his date up because it's scared of Marathon and Ghost of Yote.
Okay.
Laugh my ass off. I can't even breathe.
What?
Bro, he's so First of all, this is not the only guy. Okay, this is not the only guy. There's a bunch of people who think that they went ahead and moved it because of being afraid. Check this out. I have it. I think I have it here. Hold on. I think I have it here if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if this is going to be. I do have it, but let's see. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. Nope. You can be a bitch.
So, Farrell, did you see the Ghost of Yote
Trailer?
the trailer that they put together?
Yeah, it looked a lot better than what they originally showed. I'll say that much. It looked a lot better
Agreed.
than what they originally showed. But it's still kind of weird that that game got a trailer, a release date, and pre-orders are available now. But the game we're talking about right now, Marathon, had a whole hour-long show, but there's no pre-orders or anything for the game yet. So I think that hour-long show that we got for Marathon and this alpha is kind of like they're trying to see if they actually are going to release the game this year, because it doesn't seem like they're too confident in the fact that they would release it this year, because we don't have a price, we don't have pre-orders. I don't even know if you can even wish list the game right now in the PlayStation Store. That's an interesting question. I mean, like, it's kind of a weird thing that you have an hour-long show for a game that's coming out in September. It's coming out before Ghost, but pre-orders aren't available for it, but Ghost pre-orders are available. It's very...
I didn't know Ghost was already available for pre-order.
Yep, you can pre-order the collector's edition,
That's
the
why,
deluxe
like,
edition.
that's
Wait,
what's
Ghost
crazy.
Ghost of Yote right now?
Yes,
Yes,
Don't tell me
I didn't know that.
No, don't tell me that.
Because that's how little we
No.
hear about it.
Don't tell me that. I swear to God, don't tell me that. I thought it was. No.
It's
I
not yet.
thought. Wait, I thought they announced a day when it was going to be.
Oh, I thought it was live as soon as they did the trailer.
No. In there, they say when the release date, when the pre-orders go live. Hold on, Ghost of. Because if that's the case, there'll be a fucking problem.
That would be crazy.
No, it's just announced.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
It's just announced. Yeah. Add to wish list. That's all you can do.
Okay, so you can wish list it, but you can't wish list Marathon yet, I don't think.
Well, I mean, I don't think anybody's wishing it, but Ghost of Yote, people are wishing that shit comes out good.
Fingers
no,
crossed.
you got a wish list for
Okay.
Marathon as well. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But you got the pricing for and everything for Ghost. You don't have anything for Marathon yet.
No.
Oh my gosh.
No.
They still won't tell.
Yeah,
they
because
still won't tell
they
you.
still don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
They still don't know what they're gonna do. You probably got somebody at Bungie begging to be free, like, please make it free, and then you got Sony like, the fuck we will, and then I just see that going back and forth.
I mean, I think the only benefit of like making it free to play would be that they don't have to give people their money back like they had to do with Concord. So that eliminates that issue.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know?
Facts. So this is what I was looking for. So Tom Henderson made this tweet, and I think a lot of people took this out of context. So what you were saying, Power Boss, like what that guy said, Chris, whatever the fuck, he really believes that in his heart. Tom Henderson wrote this, and people are thinking that he feels the way Chris feels, but it's not. He's saying so Marathon may Take-Two change its Borderlands 4 date and EA cancel its extraction shooter in the same day. Jeez. You get the G's, right? This wasn't an exclamation point where he's like, yo, Marathon did this. It's the failure of Marathon made these things happen. So they moved the date so that Marathon could have a chance. How do you know? I don't know. Maybe it's because of the magical fucking state of play you're getting from Borderlands 4 tomorrow. They obviously made a deal. Give me a state of play. We'll move our date. That's literally what happened, bro.
Sounds like payment to me.
100% facts, bro. There's no debate. I'm not thinking this. It happened. It happened. But dude, that dude, Randy Pitchford, if you watch that video, he's walking around like an asshole in his office. Like nobody's in the building. It's like he's alone, like the deal just closed. And he's like, guys, you won't believe it. We're moving it up. We're moving it up. It never happens. And we're gonna get a state of play tomorrow with our partners. Oh, interesting that both things announced at the same time. Seems like they both went hand in hand together. Seems like one had something to do with the other.
Makes sense.
It's too obvious. Please move your game. Fuck you. Come on, man. What can I do? Go fuck yourself. Yo, we'll advertise it. How? Stay and play? We don't like the state of plays. Their state of plays are trash. You're gonna put baby steps in there. You're gonna put a bunch of stupid shit in there.
Just
People are gonna hate it, and then nobody's gonna care about our game. Like, okay, man, we'll just do one just for you, man. Just for you. First time, third party only, just you. Deal. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh.
Are you kidding me? Listen, Borderlands, they were trying to do what Overwatch did to Gearbox's other game, their hero shooter. Remember the hero shooter they had? They got fucking snuffed out. They actually had like a whole single player campaign. It was actually a much bigger game than people gave it credit to, but because it looks similar, they just shut it down. Damn, what's the name of it? Will anybody remember? That's the real question.
Hero shooter, Battleborn.
Yep. So, they were like, all right, that happened to us. Now we're about to go do that to Marathon. And goddamn, did they beg. And then EA canceled its extraction shooter. We'll talk about it in a second. But, bro, no way, shape, or form did those motherfuckers have any influence.
There we go.
In a scared way where they made them afraid, so they went ahead and fucking moved. No, not even fucking close. I don't know if I said this, so I want to make sure. Did I read this, Sir X-Men, with that $2 super chat?
No,
I don't think we did.
I don't know how I missed that, man. Sorry, my brother. Appreciate you, dude.
Sir X-Men.
Thank you for being here, my brother. Sir X-Men with that $2 super chat, man. Appreciate you, fam. Says, new Battlefield coming out looks better than Marathon. I mean, to be fair, man, Battlefield looks really good. Like, it looks like they're finally hitting that destruction, idea that we thought would be happening in next gen, because we've seen them do destruction before, and it finally looks now like they're hitting a level where the destruction looks a lot more realistic and useful. But yeah, it looks way better than Marathon. I mean, Marathon just doesn't need to exist. This is what we were saying about Concord, bro. It doesn't need to exist. This is why this game is worthless. They want people to want their game to be good. That's not what we show up for. We show up when your game is good. That's what we do. We don't care about your game. Marathon is not an exciting IP for anybody.
Support the devs mentality.
Come on, man.
We just support the devs. We just pay. Bro, we just buy whatever they put out because we have to.
Fuck out of here.
We have to support.
I mean, how else are they going to make another crappy game?
Oh, of course. How they're going to make Marathon 2.
But the worst part is when they make a bad game, they don't tell Sony the truth that they made a bad game. They lie and say,
they glaze them. Game, Marathon's going to get like 8s. Just like Concord. They're going to give it 8s. Great game. Great potential. Dead.
I don't know. I think Marathon might be the first game they give like a 7 or a 6. I can see it.
I don't know. The glazing goes deep. You know what I'm saying? It's rough.
I mean, if they polish the game for 5 months and it still looks generally like these pictures we're seeing right now, I just can't see them. That
Dude,
looks
imagine them
bad.
trying to make a highlight that we're going to make a 4th map. and have everybody tell you your first 3 maps suck. So why would
I
we
mean,
care that you're
Concord was
making a
gonna have
4th one?
story time once a week, wasn't it?
It was gonna have story time once a
Oh
week.
man.
That's a goddamn shame. We have the homie Server Slide in the building, man.
Sir
Thank you, my brother,
Epsilon,
for
let's
being here. Thank you for
go.
that $5
Thank you
super
so
chat, man. I
much.
appreciate you, homie. Says another one bites the dust.
Yes.
As Sony tries to staying alive, staying alive. While we at Xbox are the champions. No time for losers.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Let's
Sir
go.
Rissalot, I wish I had all the tracks to play. I
Right?
could put all
That'd
of
be
them right
pretty
there.
dope.
Bam, bam, bam. Nah, I mean, it's the truth, man.
Another one.
It's the
bites
truth.
the dust.
Listen, even if Marathon doesn't suffer the exact same fate as Concord because of pride, right? Maybe they don't want to pull the plug because Bungie is like, nah, man, please, man. And they start, providing services to the Sony people and to keep their game alive, right? If they do that, it'll just be a game that nobody cares about. It'll just be sitting there looking stupid week after week as Xbox makes more exciting announcements, releases more exciting games. It's a sad time for them specifically, not for us.
Yeah,
We're
and
doing
I
great.
mean, it makes it just that much more difficult. The fact that again, these Xbox games are available on their platform. They're getting fed. Nothing's going to be out of desperation where they feel a need to go ahead and buy this just to get by. But I have to say though, I have to say that even if they weren't, Call of Duty would have just taken that spot. They're not going to go ahead and play Marathon instead of Call of Duty.
No, not a chance.
Mm-mm.
Not a chance. That wouldn't be a thing. That wouldn't be a thing. I mean, listen, at this point, it's pretty clear that there's really nothing of value that they have to offer, that Marathon has to offer specifically. Well, I guess by extension, you know, Bungie doesn't have shit to offer either. So,
True.
I mean, nothing of value, right? Nothing exciting.
I mean, at this point, shut them down, right? Or I
The-
think there's a new wave.
the crazy
of-
shit is that what they're doing now, right? So instead of being like, okay, we have people, because there's like this lady, I'm not gonna go through it. She did this, they did like a dev Q&A. Okay. So she sat in and listened to it and took some notes. I'm not gonna go through it because it's just a bunch of bullshit.
We
But
can't see what you're seeing though. We're
yeah, I'm
still
not
on
showing it
okay.
because I don't want to show her thing because she's nobody, but she does this Q&A thing and there's a bunch of shit in there. But everything, all the questions that she asked or other people asked that they answered, where clearly it's, if you're listening to this fucking dev Q&A, you have some interest, right? Obviously there's some people who love Concord, right? There's going to be some people who love this shit, just not enough of them, right? So the few people you have in there saying, hey, listen, we really would like this thing. Like, we don't like this thing. Can you do it like this? Blah, 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 blah. The answers that they're getting are not, we're taking this feedback and we're going to work on it right away. And we're going to be we're going to make the game that you want for you.
Game will be ready to go. Yeah.
Our hardcore players. We're going to make this game for you. No, they're saying, yeah, all those things you want. I mean, we'll put them on the list. And when we get to them, we get to them. But it won't be ready at launch. So what you're saying is from now to launch, you're going to work on a bunch of shit that people don't want you working on because the things they actually want that might convince them to stay, you don't think it's worth shifting your priorities for. So you're going to go ahead and say, fuck you. You know why they're doing that? Because the game's nowhere ready. Just for basic features, nowhere ready.
And I think what they're also saying there is you don't need to go and buy it. Not right now, right? Not when the game releases. If we're not addressing the things that your concerns, the things that you're looking for, what will make this game fun for you, um, then you don't need to go out and buy it until we do. If they're going to put it on the list and maybe they'll get to it, maybe they won't. Well, let's wait till they get to it, right?
Bro, they
The
think
urgency
they
is
think
not
this
there.
is back in Destiny 1 times where they launched Destiny, got bad reviews, and then redid a bunch of stuff and then made their first, I forget the DLC that was like a big deal. Maybe Taken King. I don't know. Big deal. And then it really changed a lot and that kind of ramped everything up, right? But they forget that back then they came off of doing Halo and they went from Halo to Destiny, and Destiny was the next big thing for them. And they had tons of Bungie fans from Halo who were like, "Fuck yeah, let's try out Destiny," and they stuck with it, right? But that was fucking 2014, right? 2014, pretty sure.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh
2014, 2015.
yeah, that was 11
10, 11
years
years
ago.
ago.
The landscape has shifted.
Yeah, for sure.
You
It's
know
a
what I'm saying?
different time. They think it's back in the day when people were getting, just a couple days, a couple games a year. No, people don't need to buy whatever just gets put out there for
No, bro, we're gonna
entertainment.
play
There's so
something
much
else.
available. Now is what have you done for me lately,
Well,
right? What
nobody's
are you
figuring out.
doing to make me want to buy your game?
Yep.
What have you done to earn my money? And I mean, not much.
No,
Unfortunately, you can't, like, with social media out there, putting things out there, be having to, before we necessarily, you kind of got what you got. It's like when you listen to a single and then the rest of the CD was garbage, right? you
yep.
had you were out of your money already, right? It was like, oh damn, it was just that one good song. There's not even one good map on this fucking game.
Agreed.
So,
Agreed. Cage says they don't have that credibility anymore or
no.
clout. Uh, Gun Griffin says Bungie has always been that
Okay.
way though, C-Money. They treated their fans like garbage with Halo 2 and Halo 3, refused to fix balance issues while they made more DLC. Gun Griffin, I feel that. But to be fair, back when Halo 2 and Halo 3 was out, we weren't on Twitter. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? We didn't have this big platform where a lot of fans could talk, right? Whoever was reaching out to them, are one thing, but there's only so much, you know, data
They
from
can tune
people's
out the
voices versus just the game.
noise. Yeah.
Exactly.
You had
So
to go to like a
aside from
forum or
if a forum or like fucking letters be doing, but like Twitter where the world was able to talk much easier and be like, oh shit, I want to tell you what I feel. They didn't have that. So it's a little different, but they also were badass back in the day. And they were making some of the greatest fucking games in the world. So it's like, who do we listen to? Some fucking dude on the fucking internet who's saying that he wants this shit? Or do we go with our instincts and just fucking make a badass game? And Halo 2 is one of the greatest games ever fucking made in the history of light. So and some people like Halo 3. Fine. Halo 3 is good, but it's not Halo 2 good. Um, point is, let me stop.
Mhm.
Point is that they had, just like Cage said, they had the clout, right? They were they created Halo, bro. Halo is still fucking rocking to this day. Still the fucking king of the fucking hill. You know what I'm saying? I know people feel what they feel, but at the end of the day, Master Chief is fucking Master Chief. You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah.
Halo's Halo.
I mean, look at the excitement that these gallopers feel at the
The
idea.
prospect of it possibly happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. They're
I
fucking
mean,
antsy. So they're not there anymore, is the point of all this, right? They didn't come off of creating the greatest thing ever. Destiny 2 had its time, had its moments, but it has fizzled away, right? It's fizzled away. I mean, people are playing it. I don't know. I'm sure there's still diehards that are still playing it, but as far as like the zeitgeist and people talking about it, the moment's passed. Destiny is not it, right? Why do you think they moved? They fired everybody who was creative on Destiny, and they just kept like this fucking bare bones shit. The people who were making, what was it? They're working on some. It was some other game they're working on for PlayStation, and now they run Destiny or some shit. I don't remember. It's some stupid ass fucking thing that's not important enough to even remember. But the point is that it's a different world, and for them to come out here thinking that people are just going to wait for them to figure it out, that people are going to wait for them to fix it. Yeah, I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case. I mean, honestly, do you guys or anybody in chat, do you honestly think um do you honestly think people are going to be fucking clamoring to, play this game number 1, and if it doesn't hit, do you think that people are going to wait for them to figure it out? And then number 3, do you think Sony would wait?
No, I think in a lot of ways, Concord killed Marathon, and I think it killed everything that they're going to release as live service. Because when you only let the game live for 12 days and then you just, pull the rug from all the customers' feet that were willing to support the title through its struggles, I don't think they're going to be as willing to participate in the next game. And the ones that are, if you do it again with Marathon, if Marathon only makes it 2-3 months and then you pull a rug under it, then the next game no one's going to show up for. Like you just kind of killed customer faith in your live service initiative. I think it started with Concord, honestly. And Bungie fans don't seem to care about this game, so all you really have is Sony fans who don't want live service multiplayer from you in the first place. So yeah, I kind of feel in a lot of ways this game is DOA, because the people who signed up and wanted to play it, like these people actually went out of their way, joined a Discord server, whatever they had to do to sign up for this closed alpha. They got a code, so they were looking forward to playing this game. They got it in their hands and they said, no, this isn't good. This isn't what I want at all. So, I mean, that's pretty damning, that the people who are most hardcore towards your game to this point don't want to play it anymore.
I mean, who doesn't like throwing money into games to maintain them and continues to make games to which they have to do this to? Like, this is not them. This is not PlayStation, right? So they're not going to want to continue to keep up with something, especially if the fans aren't there to support it. And I can't blame them for not wanting to continue to throw money at a situation that looks like it's not going to succeed. Um, I don't think people are going to show up. I don't think that they're going to get to those requests because they should pull it right away. They shouldn't continue to work on something that people are barely showing up for. For what? The hope that they would stay? The few that did? That's not enough, right? It's not going to be enough. And that's why they pulled the plug on Concord. Yeah, what was the point? Not enough people were there to begin with. So why will you fix a situation that's already broken and there's no way to patch up? Unfortunately, they have the same problem going on.
Just so you know, Razor Ultra says the players had to submit an application to get selected for the alpha. So it wasn't just sign in. It was like sign in.
Yeah, it was a process.
Like they're praying. They're like, oh God, please let me in. Please let me in. Please let me in. And then they said, look at this.
No, thank you.
Look at this. I was praying to God, but the devil answered. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. They didn't want nothing to do with it. They're like, I'm gone. That's real crazy. That's real crazy. Dude, it's literally repeating the pattern of Concord. Like step by step. we're watching it all happen again. If they pull this game off, I don't think they would. But if
You
they
don't think
did,
so?
I don't think they would because I feel like it'll be too high profile. I feel like people don't know the people who made Concord.
Firewalk.
So it's like the game disappears, the people never knew who they were anyway. But like that would murder the legacy of Bungie.
I mean, but this is the thing though. If you are in a situation where you have to let people go again, right? And they've done it quite a few times. If you're back at that, and I mean, what better reason than the fact that you even had to get to the point where you had to pull the game?
Yeah.
It justifies the situation rather
Agreed.
than the game still being out there and you're just letting people go. It makes you look like the bad guy, right? You waited till they
Yeah.
finish the game and then you let them go. No, we waited to release the game. The game didn't do a damn thing, and we had to let them go. This is wild. This is again, guys. This was a better buy than ABK. This was the
Facts.
deal. This was the deal, according to Jim. Um,
100%.
this is not a good look for Bungie. And when you're thinking of what they bring to the table when it comes to PlayStation, this isn't it, right? This was not a good buy.
Listen, we already see that Marathon is making waves and causing problems in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go ahead and switch right over here, okay? Because our next chapter, our next story. Hold on. Wait.
Hold on, real quick. Force One says, "Let the game die." It's a wake-up call for PlayStation and ponies. Unfortunately, they're not gonna wake up from that.
They're not. That's night permanent. Night permanent.
That is not what's going to happen.
All right. So
That was
we
funny.
have already seen
Mm.
the problems that are coming from Marathon being so trash. It was announced today that EA has canceled an extraction shooter set in the Titanfall universe. Now, Titanfall, obviously beloved, right? People love Titanfall. One of EA's most, I guess, profitable game, game that is beloved by a lot of people. That is a live service game. They couldn't get Battlefield to work, but they got this game to work, and that's Apex Legends, which is based on the Titanfalls, right? In Titanfall universe, right? So Respawn made that game. They were making this extraction shooter set in Titanfall universe. This was basically going to be the next Titanfall or some type of spin-off similar to Apex Legend. Either way, EA saw what Bungie was doing and the response that Bungie was getting. And they said, nope.
Not today,
Nope.
Satan.
They nope out, bro. They took the news of how the shitty reception that Marathon was getting, like Google took Microsoft buying Bethesda. They were like, oh shit.
Message received.
Destiny, Bungie can't get people to be excited for this extraction shooter. Nah, we're good, fam. We are good. They noped the fuck out, bro. They noped out. They didn't want anything to do with it. They're like, we're not having.
I don't think EA would have a game that just looked like absolute dog shit like Marathon does, though.
But it doesn't matter how it looks if you don't think that you're going to be able to capture an audience.
Yeah.
Right. So what they saw was that the audience is more ingrained in the games they're playing than they probably thought. See, we talked about this on the last show, but when we were talking about Bungie, it was like Bungie looked at the extraction shooter genre and said, okay, there's no big dogs here, right? Like, you know, Ubisoft tried and failed with Rainbow Six, right?
And
Literally Rainbow Six
the division had
extraction.
like legs, and it
Yeah, but
kind
the
of
Division wasn't an extraction shooter. It was a regular game, but it had a mode or part of it if you went into a certain place, right? It
yeah.
was like an extraction part. Well, you didn't extract, you extracted your shit, right? Like you extracted the items.
Hmm.
Um, but it wasn't a game based solely on that, right? It
Hmm.
had a story mode, online, but the story mode that you played through, that's why, the Division was so good. Um, Whereas this is just obviously a extraction shooter, and it's clear that that's what EA was making, thinking
Hmm.
that they'll piggyback off the Titanfall universe. But dude, that's the fear that went through Bungie's failure, PlayStation's failure in fucking bringing excitement to the genre already spooked
I
the
mean,
other
it's tough
players.
out in the streets, but you have to know when to pack up, right? I think
Yep.
I think this may have been a smart move. If you're already seeing, maybe your path
Yeah.
before you, why kind of take the hit if you don't have to?
Yeah. I think it's kind of weird that everyone's trying to force extraction shooters to be a mainstream type thing.
It's
Because
because
everyone's,
small companies found success with it, bro.
yeah. But it's like no one wants a big one though. Like no one
Mhm.
wants the big extraction shooter. They're comfortable with, you know, where these smaller studios are making them in the caliber that they're making them at. No one wants the, like, people are like people have already told EA we want a new Titanfall game. We don't necessarily want something in the Titanfall universe. We want Titanfall 3. And instead of doing Titanfall 3, y'all decide to do an extraction shooter
We'll show
set in the
you want to
Titanfall
do.
universe. Like, yeah, yeah. It's like the customer's telling you what they want. And I like your EA customers, they typically buy when EA makes something good. I think the only thing that EA's fan base failed them on was the Dead Space remake. People were begging for that for so long, and then it came out and it kind of fell short sales wise. But I think
Well,
people would
Dragon
support.
Age also
Yeah, but
did not hit.
Guard, I think that was just due to the game not being up to standard. But Dead Space was actually, you know, really well done, the
Yeah,
remake.
agreed.
But Veilguard wasn't necessarily a quality title that followed the other Dragon Quest, was it Dragon Age games. I started to say Dragon Quest. So,
Dragon Quest.
but yeah, I mean, I just they should just stay in their lane and just do a new Titanfall game. What's so scary about doing a new Titanfall game? You just probably wasted 3 years on this one.
I think the
Yeah.
reason why people are not staying in their lane is because, and what we're seeing is a separation of people who are passionately working on something and people who are trying that they're looking from an outside and
Yes.
seeing and
Trying to
saying to
find the thing.
themselves, well,
Yeah,
if you're making that money, I can step into that space and take that money,
yeah,
right? And it'll just be a given or it'll be easy for me to do so. And then finding out when they hit that wall that it's not that simple. So I think that people that want to go ahead and grab a quick bag and thinking that they can go ahead and fill in that space and take that, they're learning the hard way, and they should just stay in their lane like you said, Farrell. Like
yeah,
if you've got something going on, look at Suicide Squad, right?
yeah,
CMoney was so annoyed that they didn't make a new Batman. And, considering how long it takes for them to put these games out, understandably so. So if you took 10 years and this is what you show up with instead of what people are expecting of you because you think that you're going to fit into this modern situation that you're not necessarily a part of, and you're just gonna go ahead and fit right in and get that bag like everybody,
Yeah.
like all the big dogs are getting, right? I mean, obviously they're mistaken. And
Yeah.
hopefully this is something that they can start catching on to, and we can stop making the same mistakes. Um but I think this is what we're seeing play out. We're seeing, the authentic, the people that are in that space because that's what they're doing and what they want to do. And the ones are watching from an outside saying, well, if they doing it, then I can do it too. Let me get that quick
It's
bag.
literally the
Yeah.
exact opposite of what Xbox is doing with its
Yeah, that's what I was
developers.
just about to say. Like, imagine if Xbox followed the same, like, followed trends, like when people were begging for them to make the same type of game Sony was making for a little bit. Like,
Yep.
where's your Last of Us, Xbox? What if Xbox actually chased that? Like,
Well, they didn't,
it
and
would be
that's
a
the
mess. Like,
difference.
yeah.
Like their developers, that's what we're talking about, man. Their developers get the freedom, right,
Hmm.
to work on shit that they're actually passionate about. This is not a passion project. Marathon, this old ass fucking IP that they had, they scrapped entirely what it was. It turned it into extraction shooter. It's not a passion. This is a Hail Mary. They're hoping that they can get some type of little spark to get people interested and excited and hope that it can grow into a forest fire later and people are just obsessed with it. They're just hoping. This is not passion. We can see it. You can see it in the art design. It's boring. It's
Hmm.
whack. It's not exciting. The
Yep.
level design, trash. The character design, trash. The only thing people like about their games is the gunplay. And sadly, times have changed, man. People know how to make shooting games now.
Yeah.
Bungie's shooting is not the only way. Halo has evolved past Bungie's old shooting. So even the new Halo feels better than what Bungie fucking did. Call of Duty, the GOAT. Come on, man. Fuck out of here. Don't come over here thinking that people give a shit about the fact that people enjoy shooting the guns. Then make a game that you just go to a shooting range. How about that, Bungie? Would that be excited for you? Make a shooting range game where you just shoot guns, right? No, no, man.
Gun
There's a
range
game
Everything
that's
simulator.
supposed
else
to be
has to
rad.
be incorporated,
Yeah, there
right?
has
And
to
it
be
has to
something
be treated
exciting.
with the same quality and finesse. And I think you can't just focus on the one thing. It's I mean, like PlayStation, right? You can't focus on just that one type of game. You can't just do that one thing and think that that's going to be enough.
Agreed.
It's not anymore.
It's not. It's absolutely not. And I think this is just the proof of it. Now, um, there was another game. So back in March, right? Respawn, there was a report that says Respawn has seemingly canceled its unannounced first-person shooter multiplayer game. So that game got canceled, right? And then now this extraction shooter that was being worked on by Respawn. So this is another game that is now dead and gone, right? And with it being fucking, you know, Respawn, it's a problem. So Respawn put out a letter because EA has done a big firing. We'll talk about EA in a second, but just focusing on Respawn and what they did, they put
Oh,
this
yeah,
post
there we
out
go.
uh here. So it says at Respawn, bold ideas, creative risk, and passionate storytelling have always defined who we are. That spirit has carried us through incredible highs and sometimes through difficult changes too. As we sharpen our focus for the future, we've made the decision to step away from two early stage incubation projects and make some targeted team adjustments across Apex Legends and Star Wars Jedi. These decisions aren't easy, and we are deeply grateful to every teammate affected. Their creativity and contributions have helped build Respawn into what it is today. We're offering meaningful support to those impacted, including exploring new opportunities within EA. Looking ahead, our commitment to player first experiences remains unchanged. Innovation has always been at the core of Respawn's identity, and it continues to drive how we build the future, from evolving live experiences to crafting new worlds and stories. For Apex Legends, that means not just delivering competitive, innovative seasons, but expanding what Apex can be. While the team will continue to refine gameplay and bring new ideas to upcoming seasons, we're also investing in what's next for the franchise, exploring bold experiences that push the boundaries of competitive play while staying true to the spirit of competition, creativity, and integrity that our community expects. Within the Star Wars universe, we're excited to keep building new stories with the next chapter of the Star Wars Jedi series aiming to raise the bar again for storytelling and gameplay. To everyone who has been a part of our journey, past, present, and future, thank you for making Respawn what it is. We carry your legacy with us into everything we create next. So, unlike Marathon, Respawn actually is really good. And the fact that they had these games canceled, again, they're early stage incubation projects, right? So, one of them was a first, there's two early stage incubation projects. One of them was a first person shooter of some type, and the other one was this extraction shooter. And again, EA reading the room, right? Reading the room real good, saying, you know what? Mm, I don't think extraction shooters are going to be a thing. I don't think they're going to be a thing outside of the people who are already dominated, right? That's like today trying to say, you know what, let's go make another hero shooter. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not going to happen. Marvel Rivals, the only reason outside of it being a good game is the fact that it has the Marvel IP, right? You eliminate the Marvel IP, nobody cares about Marvel Rivals again, right? Turn it into DC Rivals, nobody cares about it, right? Marvel Rivals, you're good. So it's just what it is, right? They did see that, the writing's on the wall. No one is looking for this. No one is excited for this. Um, but like when you read that, it may sound like it's you know, maybe not that many because they didn't put what it is. The damning part is seeing the actual information. So World 64 put this together here, or I guess it's IGN article, but he quoted it. It says EA cuts around 300 roles, right? So 300, and EA is big, right? Including roughly 100 at Respawn. So says wider cuts largely impacted EA's experiences team, which includes groups such as EA's fan care team and various others working on customer support and marketing. So for most of EA, it's really like non-essentials, right? They got cut. On the rest, though, the roughly 100 jobs impacted at Respawn included individuals in development, publishing, and QA workers on Apex Legends, as well as smaller groups of individuals working on the Jedi team and two canceled incubation projects. So there was somebody that I saw who quote tweeted this, I guess, who worked on it and worked on one of these things, but now that it canceled, he was like, "Oh man, it sucks." He's been with them for 5 years, 4 years in the leadership position, and he just has signed on a game that he thought would give at least 5 years of job security.
Yeah.
And so it's obviously early. Like Space Shot was kind of saying in there, how much was done. Um, I think the point is that clearly not a lot was done, but the point is they were trying to work on something new. And what did this do? This literally made them go back and say, you know what, we're going to focus on Apex Legends and Star Wars, which is what we don't want to
I
have
mean,
happen, right?
yeah.
Like we don't want that, right? We want them to be still looking at ways to do different things. Respawn is a talented group, but what we don't want them is to chase trends.
That's the thing.
You know what I'm
So if
saying?
that's what you're going to be doing, then take a step back. Also, sometimes for you need to eliminate the risk, right? to be able to make it to the next step. So if moving forward was going to go ahead and be to essentially their detriment, like in a bigger stage, right? Then they made the right call, right? Which is obviously why they went ahead and did that. When you hear about somebody feeling like they were going to have job security for the next 5 years, yes, obviously, that's sad to hear. But at the end of the day, the fact that they are smart enough to take a step back and make this decision before they're in a situation, um, like forget who it was that we were just talking about.
Marathon?
Ubisoft. Yes,
No,
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
Like when before you get to that point where it's from desperation, I mean, you have to go ahead and make the moves early on.
Agreed. Yeah, I mean this is clearly EA reading the room, and it's smart.
Yeah,
Right?
I
Like this is
mean,
a smart move for them. They should not be working on an extraction shooter. No one should who's not already in the game or who's already deep enough into it that they've already built traction. Um, Marathon needs to be put to bed. It's not it. Nobody's excited for that shit. Arc Raiders, that shit looks dope. That shit looks dope. So
and I think this is also, a way of them understand, like they're not bringing anything special to the table. If they were confident in what they were going ahead and they were making, then they would have moved forward with it. Um, there's also the type of confidence, that they had with Concord, right? Obviously, that's not the confidence you want to go ahead and move forward with, and you have to be smart enough to differentiate the two. So the fact that they know and they're self-aware, this is the path that we're going to end up in because of what the choices that we're making and what we're actually doing for and what we're bringing to the table to the players. I mean, good on them.
agreed. Agreed. Um Now EA again, that's EA has 300 roles, so there's 200 coming out of EA. Again, that looks when we look at what it is, it does look like they're more just getting rid of like their extra shit,
Mhm.
right? Like shit that they put in place that is not like the biggest deal. Not that it doesn't suck for those people, but like it's Respawn the one that really hurts.
Yeah.
And you know, the fact that they're getting rid of 100 people, right? Like I don't know how many people are at Respawn. Do we have an idea? Do we have like a roundabout count? How
I don't
many
know.
people work? Because I feel like 200 is the number. I feel like somewhere around 200 people total. So losing 100 people would be significant. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it would be like a really big deal.
About 1,000 employees, somewhere between 500 and 1,000.
Respawn?
Yeah, that's what it says on the LinkedIn page.
Jesus.
Between 500 and
Okay.
1,000.
Well, the fuck? There's a lot of fucking people.
It's a big
So
chunk.
about 10% of the workforce got cut at Respawn.
Yeah, that's a lot, man. That's a lot. I mean, listen, we know EA put a lot of hope in Respawn, right? Respawn is the thing that kind of hit it big for them. So, like, I get it. Vincent Pala is like basically the dude in charge over there right now, for the most part, um, as far as the games are concerned. So they're really trusting him. I know he's in charge of Battlefield. Like that's their biggest shit right now that they're trying to fucking make happen. Um, so I mean, I guess they just kept letting him grow. That's a lot. That's a lot of people to have over there. Pretty insignificant now when you think about how many people they have versus how much were lost. But yeah, listen, for me, I think this is a smart move. Get rid of. I mean, it's sad for the people, but
Yeah,
like,
it is, but
don't make the
you got to
games
clean
that
the
are.
house.
Yeah, you gotta get rid of if you're not
Maintenance.
going to make those games, and the people you had working on the games, the only reason you had them was because you thought they were going to work on these other games. I mean, time to go. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's business.
That
It
is
sucks, but it is.
100%. We got a homie Karma God 91. My dude,
What's
thank you, my brother, for
good?
being here,
Thank
man.
you,
Thank you for
love.
that $2 super chat. Says now PlayStation shall know pain. Almighty push. Yo, the truth. It's the truth. I mean, again, to be clear, we're talking, like, I think everybody knows when they're saying this stuff, they're talking about PlayStation first party, right? Like, that's the pain. Their first party studios are the ones in pain. It's whether or not it makes sense for them to even keep these first party studios. They're knowing pain because they have to spend money on these first party studios who are not delivering. And that's where the real pain comes from. Because as they see Xbox succeed on their platform where they can't succeed anymore, that's a pretty damning situation.
It is. It is. But you have to leave the creative process. You kind of guide the ship, but you have to allow them to do their thing, right? Because that's what they do. So for them to kind of force the hand in the way that they've been stepping in, it shows, right? It's reflecting in the games, and I mean that's what's caused the problems.
Agreed. I agree 100%. We do have one thing right here that we have to get. That's right. It's our motherfucking homie Spartan 66.
Yo,
went ahead and gifted it on point for gaming
let's
membership,
go.
man. Thank you so much, my brother.
Thank
Appreciate you so much, dude. Very, very kind of you, man. Y'all know what to do.
Tell him, baby.
Put the motherfucking welcome to the family emoji in the chat. Welcome our newest member, man. We appreciate you so very much. And of course, that member is our boy, Duke Togo.
Let's go.
Shout out to the homie. Thank you, my brother, for
Duke,
being here, man.
welcome.
Spartan
Spartan661, thank you so
Spartan,
much.
Man. Appreciate you, my homie. Thank you so much, man. Very
Let's
kind
go.
Very kind of you. All right, guys. And with that, this is where we're going to wrap up the show, man. What a fun night, man. Thank you guys for rocking out with us, man. You guys are the shit. We appreciate y'all. Shout out to everybody who's rocking out on YouTube. Shout out to everybody rocking out on Twitter, man. Appreciate the support. Appreciate you rocking out with us. Let me get this out of the way because we're doing it like that. There we go. All right, guys. Remember, we will be back on Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern with the On Point Gaming Podcast, man. Thank you guys so much. We do appreciate you. Shout out to everyone who is live in the building. Oh, shit. Our boy, Karma God, sneaking in last minute. Our boy with the $5 super chat, man. Appreciate you, fam. Says, damn, it ain't going to be no PlayStation 6. The Chris Tucker voice. Yo, the famous line at the end of Rush Hour 3?
3.
Yeah, because he says he ain't going to be in Rush Hour 4. That's hilarious. Nobody was in Rush Hour 4.
Right?
So I guess he was doing a little foreshadowing there. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate that. But you're 100% right, man. This looks rough. It looks rough.
It's not looking good.
It's not looking good. It looks like they're gonna. I mean, will there be a PlayStation 6? I think at some point. How long till that PlayStation 6 comes? That's gonna be the question.
Considering how difficult it was to make the pisser.
It's very true.
Mm.
Very, very true. Very true. Absolutely. But that being said, again, we do want to shout out everybody who's live in the building with us, man. Thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. Appreciate all of y'all. Of course, shout out to everybody who supports us over on Patreon and YouTube with memberships. You guys are the shit. If you're not a member, please consider becoming one. But thank you guys for everything. I do want to go ahead and shout out our elite members. That's right. It's the homie Big Boy Mike, Dark Angelic, Cold Chili Canuck, Music 72, and Queen Witch. And then we have our inner circle members, the homie Big Mix Gaming and Pragmatic Eagle.
Woo.
Thank you guys so much for the support. First 3 people in the chat, the supers, the specials, the risen above all. It's our boy Rusky number 1, Space Shot number 2, and Game Shark number 3.
Let's go. Twinkle, twinkle, baby.
Twinkle, twinkle, baby. First super chat of the night was our boy Starkey Love with the 10, and he was
Thank
also
you.
the biggest super chat of the night. And we had gifted memberships from our boy Spartan661. You the man, bro. Appreciate you.
Yes.
Shout out to all of y'all. You guys are the shit. So thank you guys. But remember, we're not alone. We got our boy Farrell Bazard in the building, man. Thank you, homie. Appreciate you rocking out with us
Thank you.
week in and week out. You the man. Why don't you let everybody know where to find you, brother?
You can find me here on YouTube at the Vitamin G Podcast, Mondays at 9 p.m. Y'all can subscribe to the channel right now. Just put it in the chat. Yeah, appreciate you guys. Thanks for having me as usual. And yeah, appreciate anybody who subscribes and joins us on Mondays.
Yeah, man. Support our homie.
Yes.
He's the man. Appreciate y'all. Karma
That's the
God
homie.
dropping in again and with that $2 super chat, man. I appreciate it, man.
Thank
Says
you.
PlayStation fanboys, you're intruding. Yo,
Let's
big
go.
facts. Big facts.
Yes.
All right, man. Thanks again, everybody. We appreciate y'all. So obviously he already set it up, but of course, we're gonna go ahead and end the show the way we end every single show. Doodle.
Yes.
We're done.
We are.
Until next time.
You're intruding.
You're intruding.